Welcome back to the first draft, the show where we make me tired.
Yeah. We make him tired.
Yeah. I am your DM, Paul. We're down one. Sorry, I didn't mean that to sound so sad.
You sound so
I am your
tired
DM.
I am your DM.
I am so sad because we're down one player.
Sorry, there was an issue with the video at this point. The cameras froze briefly. The lost material was about 5 minutes long and was about milking Rand, Bryce's obsession with Creamer, and suspicious contract lawyers. Also, roll nat 20s with spiral dice. Apologies, we're still making it up as we go along.
We dropped the cameras there for a second, but they're back.
Oh.
All right, we're good again. Audio is still up, but we're back.
That must have been odd.
Yeah. So, did we get everything? I'm sorry, I missed a couple of those things, but
I think it was most of it.
yeah.
Because we ended after me
Bryce
meeting
got-
creepy heron lady and
Yeah.
able to unwet myself as it was so poetically described.
No, I think
So
that's
viciously.
pretty accurate. Yeah, you got it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
you finally went down for the night, got some rest. The rest of the night passed uneventfully, and you rose the next morning about half a day's journey from Port Tishon. What would you like to do?
Is there a tree?
Start
Nearby?
going.
Yeah, there's a tree nearby, sure.
Okay. I would like to climb it,
You climb it.
and I would like to perceive.
You perceive? What are you trying to perceive?
I want to see if we can see that weird gangly automaton guy.
Roll perception check.
I will do it.
While you do that, I'm gonna fix these cameras.
They look bad.
Wait, what are you doing up there? What,
The thing was following us.
are you looking for? I'm not a help with that. I don't trust this thing at all.
Are you gonna try to?
I think
climb
it's
this
still
tree?
yes.
I'm gonna.
I'd like to just clack my heels together and levitate up the tree.
20, Paul.
It doesn't even matter.
Woo!
I love when you roll nat 20s because it
No.
always feels like an accusation.
I got you.
How about that?
What are you gonna do now?
What do I
How's
see?
your game of D&D now?
That I perceive.
It doesn't seem.
You
What do I
don't see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've been
what
traveling
do I
for
see?
several days. You don't see the automaton following you anymore.
Do I see any suspicious?
Wink, wink,
Behavior?
wink. So you see the road. It's relatively early in the morning. The road is pretty clear because you just kind of camped to the side of the road, if I remember correctly. But what you do notice immediately is that Deyna appears to be missing.
Right
And
after I made coconut milk. No,
So-
coconut water.
Water.
yeah, coconut water. And so does one of the horses. And from your vantage point, you can just barely glimpse on the horizon, heading eastward towards Port Tishon, a horse and a rider. And the garb that the rider is wearing looks very familiar. It looks like Deyna.
I think I'm just going to jump down, barrel roll, and be like, oh, hell no. And I would like to turn into a horse and follow her.
Okay, yeah.
Wonderful.
Roll an acrobatics check for me.
Great.
Real quick before you do that.
I had started levitating to get up to your vantage point, so you literally saw it. What?
Speedsy.
Speedsy.
Speed saw. Oh, sorry, I'm loading the app. Pardon me. Pardon me.
You're
You should be
excused.
so sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
how
yes,
dare you?
I know.
How dare you?
Didn't even have it pulled up. You said acrobatics?
Yeah.
13.
13.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not super graceful. You actually start to transform into a horse on your way down. And so, like, you're trying to land on your back feet, but they're, like, half hooves now. And so you kind of, like, clomp, clomp. You don't fall over, but you kind of, like a newborn foal, like, are just kind of barely, like, maintaining your balance for a couple seconds. And
Lean
then,
forward a little bit, it helps.
but you quickly gain your footing, and you zoom off and gallop off after Deyna. into the distance.
I'm gonna psychically throw back to you. I'm gonna follow her. I'll meet you guys there.
I like that telepathy has distance.
Yeah.
Has a Doppler effect.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I think Rand's following. So, do I even see that? Do I even see that it's Deyna that you're following? I rolled a 17 on my perception.
No, you don't.
I think Rand's following someone, but she did say she'd meet us there. I'm assuming there
Bye,
means
Savannah.
Port to Shone. I'm assuming there means Port to Shone.
Guess?
There's no way of knowing.
They're really booking it. There's no hope of chasing them.
Well, I guess we'll start following. I really don't feel
Well,
that urgent about it.
No, I mean, how many horses do we still have at this point?
We have the
'Cause
whole carriage.
the whole carriage and two. Well, but Deyna took a horse. So one of our horses is missing.
Sure.
So 4, including mine.
We have 4?
I think didn't
You
we?
How many did we get?
You
from-
stole one, and then you
Oh, the
rented
carriage had
2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we still have 2.
you still have 2.
sorry.
Hey! See,
My math
stealing the
isn't
horse
great.
helped. All right, well, we still have 2 horses. Should be able to keep going.
Okay.
Who's driving?
I don't
I guess I
know
will. It's
how.
fine.
I mean, I
You can sit
try.
up front.
Can I?
You can have shotgun.
Can I? Yeah. Do you mind teaching me how
Crossbow.
to?
Yes, a crossbow. Yeah.
It's
Love
a
it.
crossbow. I just sit there and actually pull out my little crossbow.
I mean, yeah.
I'm like,
So,
I'm helping.
Let's pack up camp, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
So roll just an animal handling check for me
Bleh.
real quick. How fast are you trying to go right now?
Not super fast.
Okay. Then yeah, it won't be a high DC. But you're just keeping the
We're
horses
not like
in
booking
check.
it, but
In
I'm
my-
trying to keep a good pace.
Yeah.
In my disguise kit, is there some kind of hat or something to put over my growing wet hair?
Yeah. Absolutely.
15?
15. Yeah, that's plenty.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. Is Saoirse familiar with? She's a horse girl, so she knows what she's doing.
Oh, is she?
I thought we established that.
I thought
Oh,
we
yeah,
right?
that's right.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah. She's
Yes.
absolutely a horse girl.
Yeah.
Knows
Yeah,
her
yeah,
horses.
yeah. Yeah, they're a little different from the ones in the Feywilds. Their teeth are less sharp, but they're pretty much
Other than that, like pretty
much
similar.
the
Yeah.
same. Just, like less dangerous, if you can believe it.
They
Yeah.
don't say rude things to you as you
Yeah.
pass.
They don't make fun of your outfits. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, they have sharp teeth, but the worst bite is their words.
It is.
No.
Yeah. No, the horses in the Feywilds are carnivorous.
Bryce is just sitting like, oh my god. Why? Why? Is there a
Why are there herbivores here?
It
They
just
have to eat more.
okay.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Bryce is gonna start wearily eyeing the horses now.
These ones seem totally fine.
Are you
anyway.
a carnivore too?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I do eat meat.
What's your opinion on vegetables?
They're good too. They're healthy.
Okay.
Okay, that's what my mom said about him too, so that sounds right.
Also enjoy a mushroom, which is neither meat nor vegetable. Still not sure what mushrooms are, actually.
Nobody really knows.
I don't think
Can
so.
anyone truly know what a mushroom is?
No, it's unknowable.
Can
Anyway,
I pull out a
let's,
little sailor hat? Can it be a little sailor hat?
Yeah, sure. You get a little sailor hat. You like hanging on one of your horns, and
Yes.
it's a satyr hat, really. But
Okay, let's go. Tradj, are you riding in the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sitting crossbow.
Yeah. Yeah, Tradj, if you could keep an eye on the rear,
I can
like
do
behind
that.
us, make sure we're not being followed. Great.
Cool.
Okay, let's get on with it then.
cool. Roll a perception check for me. But
Everyone? Oh.
whoever's like keeping watch. So I guess you two. You're focused
Before
on the
your
driving.
dice hit mine, it was a 21. Do I take up the before or after?
You take. Well, had it like stopped rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you take
Okay,
the
then
before.
yeah, it was a 21.
So, Saoirse, you have no problem like controlling these horses.
Cool.
There's a couple times where like what did you roll, Tradj?
A 9.
A 9. Yeah. Okay.
2 plus 6 is to perception over here. Let's go.
So there's a couple times, Bryce, you actually see like a couple people standing to the side of the road, and at first they look like just normal like travelers or like hitchhikers or something like that, but you catch a glimpse of like a gleam of like metal at their sides. You can see like some more almost like military grade looking sabers, and you quickly like clock these people as like, okay, no, these are not normal travelers. Don't stop, don't talk to them. They look very suspicious.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper this all to Saoirse. They're hiding a bunch of weapons underneath their clothes, and I don't think that doesn't feel great. I don't like this.
I mean, I wasn't gonna stop for them.
Okay, good.
Excuse me, are you going to Port de Shone? Do you have passage we can pay?
I'm gonna.
Bryce's gonna look at Saoirse really scared.
I'm gonna speak in. What language do I speak besides Common? It's Sylvan, right?
Sylvan, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna speak in Sylvan.
Okay.
And act like, sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
Damn tourists.
And she just kind of like, and just keeps going.
Yeah, like, they kind of like flash this one like, go on.
What were all those words? What was that? I've never heard you say that before.
It's Sylvan. It's what we speak in the Feywilds.
What did you say, though?
I called him a blunderhead. To be more polite.
Can we say that on stream?
Oh my gosh. You can't say that in 2023.
But yeah, you pass them by. They don't seem to make any move on you. You didn't slow down, so they just kind of look.
Sorry, there was another issue with the video at this point. The cameras froze briefly. The lost material was about 90 seconds long and was about cannibalistic horses that work at Disney. Also, roll nat 20s with spiral dice. Apologies, we're still making it up as we go along.
I was like, oh wait, do they have like specially trained horses at like Disney World?
No.
Or...
I mean like in animated
Very
Disney
emotive.
movies.
Yeah, like
Very,
very
yeah,
bitchy
yeah.
horses at Disney World.
Yeah. No, but like, yeah. Except, again, carnivorous.
Cannot stress enough.
Carnivorous.
They will.
Never approach a baby horse in the Feywilds.
I mean, I don't think I'd want to approach any horse in the Feywild at this point.
Probably safe.
It's probably smart. So,
Captain's journal writes down.
you see to your right-hand side, the ocean is kind of becoming visible on the horizon. A shoreline begins to develop, and the road begins creeping closer and closer to the shoreline as it turns south. And as it continues to turn south, you see in the distance a familiar sight to you, Bryce. You see the city of Port de Shone start to appear. For those of you who have not seen the city before, the first thing you notice is that there appears to be kind of 2 layers that you can see. This time of day, kind of a dense fog of cloud, mist from ocean spray is kind of built up around the bottom of the city, the base of it. And so you can see that there's kind of a walled exterior, and then jutting up from the center of the city, you see a slightly smaller raised portion of the city. And you travel and you get closer and you get closer, and the day goes on, and you see the fog start to kind of pull back a little bit, and as it does, it reveals some of the docks at the base of the port. Just a sprawling network of wooden docks, ships traveling in and out. You see a series of locks that like lead up to a kind of winding, meandering river that you can just make out, man-made river that traces through the city. And you see now that the fog is pulling back more, just next to the docks is more of the city. This base level that you couldn't see from far off, sitting below the walled portion of the city, butted up against the docks, and actually kind of rested up against the base of the city. The city proper that you saw, the walled portion, is kind of set on this almost kind of cove-like cliff face that arcs down, and you can see all of these buildings and homes built up underneath it, up against the cove walls, against the cave walls, structured kind of, it seems almost haphazard, but intentional. These kind of creeping wooden structures just building up and out underneath the city.
How close are we at this point to like the gates of the city?
You're still probably a couple miles off. The city's large enough that you can see it, long before you actually reach it. But yeah, you're probably another hour or two away from it. You'll probably get there by about midday.
Okay.
Do you see your house from here?
Well, I can't right now, but can we stop real quick? I'm not feeling very good.
Oh, sure, I guess so. I want to look around though and make sure there's no more like suspicious characters around before I stop.
Sure. Perception check.
Sure. That's a 9 though.
We have great perception at this table right now.
Rolled a 1.
Got +8, 2 +6s.
Yeah.
Can I do another check from the back of the wagon too?
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
A dirty 20.
I had my phone on D&D mode. I did, I promise. It's a calendar notification.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry I have to keep getting up to fix the cameras, but we're going to figure it out.
It'll be so figured out.
It'll be an audio show today.
Okay, so 9?
Yeah.
Okay, and then 20. So perception-wise, there are more travelers on the road now. The day is starting to wear on. You don't see anything inherently suspicious at this point.
Okay. So I guess I pull off to the side and let you out.
Is there like a so like this road, is there a tree line off to the side? Or any kind of
Are you looking for something specific? Like we can stop in a different spot.
any kind of place to run and hide?
Yeah, there's like some brush off to the sides, and there's a tree here and there. It's not wooded per se, but yeah.
No, don't worry. It'll be fine. I'll be right back. And he's gonna just like dive into a bush.
Oh, are we doing a bathroom break? Tradj, do you need to wee?
I'm good.
Okay.
After all my years of travel, I've learned how to restrain myself.
Okay. That can lead to problems down the road. So like
I'll be fine.
okay.
Bladder of steel.
Y'all don't see Bryce leave this bush. I will say for a
Roll a stealth check. Roll. You
I'm-
gotta
I'm-
hide in that bush.
yeah. It's 26.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What are you doing in your bush, Bryce?
Inside the bush, Bryce is hyperventilating and like crying, and it's like, oh gosh, what is Judy going to say? Oh gosh, what is my mom going to say to me? Oh gosh, I just ran away. I haven't even thought about this. I don't know what I'm going to say to her. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what to do, and I look really weird, and I don't know what to do.
Can we hear this?
No, because he's stealthy.
Yeah,
Bryce is spiraling
amazing.
in this
I mean, you can
bush.
roll a perception check if you want.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to beat a 26.
Yeah, have to get a
I mean,
20.
it's possible. 15.
I mean,
Plus,
of
we
all
do
the people
have-
Saoirse
got
could
good-
probably.
I
Got
might
good
be able to.
perception.
I
Yeah.
might could. Nope.
Yeah. You saw the gap in
Oh
the.
wait, that's
17.
yeah.
Still no though. You see like the gap in the brush where Bryce went in, so you know approximately where he is, but you don't overhear him having a panic attack right now. No.
Did he come out yet?
I haven't seen him.
Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Bryce, I'm gonna put on the glasses of object permanence.
Okay. Yeah.
So now, totally blinded, but I'm gonna, based off of my senses, can I tell where the cart is and where other travelers are around me?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
A 14.
A 14. You can hear, the sounds of travel. You can hear your traveling companions conversing. So you know the direction of, where everything is.
All right, I'm gonna start trying to just slowly walk my way back up the road, but completely blind. So you tell me how successfully this actually goes for me.
Roll a d4
Love it.
for me. Are you trying to walk towards the wagon, or are you trying to walk
I'm trying
up
to
the
walk
road?
in the opposite direction of Port de Chaume.
Okay. All right,
I
so
rolled a 4.
a 4. Okay. I was gonna say wait to tell me so I can play how this is gonna work out. So you know the approximate direction of where the cart is.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, is it? I mean,
What's taking him so long?
I thought he had all that cream out of his system, but
Okay. So you know approximately the right direction to walk. So what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Roll me just a d20 and add your survival modifier
I
to it.
don't think that's good. All right, let's see.
So you're trying to get out onto the road and find your way without being able to see.
No idea. That's an 11. I have a +0 to my survival.
Okay.
So.
Bryce, you all right over there?
You hear the sound of like a foot skidding on the kind of gravel road, and you hear the sound of just a as Bryce trips on a rock in the road and just goes face first onto the ground. You don't see anything, but you see like a slight cloud of dust, just like.
And a small Bryce.
Bryce, why are you? Characters over here.
I'm another folded. And I'm gonna try getting up and running again, but this time blindly, like extra blindly.
Yeah,
No
roll
sense
now.
of
Now roll a
direction.
d4. So, on a 4, you'll continue away from the city.
It was a 4.
All right, you continue away from the city.
I'm amazed by that.
Can I do another perception check?
Yeah.
Like where the cloud of dust came from?
Yeah, sure. This will technically be a disadvantage because Bryce is invisible.
10.
A 10. You roll a stealth check with disadvantage. You're trying to be stealthy. Or sorry, with advantage because you're invisible.
23.
23. Yeah. Okay. No idea where Bryce is.
Where's? Okay, gosh. I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force.
Okay. And you
Wait, hang on a second.
do you need to see him to do that?
I think I do. Yeah, never mind.
I don't know
Hang on a
if
second.
detect magic would easily be able to see me or not. I don't know. That
If
would
you
be
have
way.
magic items on you, which
I
you
do.
you
I got
you would be
several.
able to pick out those, yeah.
But I don't have detect magic. I have identify, but not detect magic.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, that's that I can see.
You have lost your child.
Let's see here.
Tradj, what are you doing at this point? You tried to like kind of you saw the cloud of dust and you're trying to
You
pick
did
out where
see the
Bryce
cloud of dust at least.
was, but you couldn't place him. But would you like to try anything else?
Can I try tracking?
Okay. Yeah, you could roll. I would say, roll just a survival check, because even invisible people leave footprints.
Yeah. And I do have hooves, so those are some.
16.
They're up front on the table. There's one bottle here. The rest are up
Two
front on the
bottles
table.
here and a die tray.
What? Okay. I didn't see them on the
They're not on the shelf. Sorry.
16.
16. Yeah, and you weren't being particularly.
No, I'm not trying to hide.
Yeah, you can see the direction of hoof prints in the trail.
Where is he going?
I don't know, but I found his hoof prints over here.
I get out of the carriage and I go follow him.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm really
Can you point out the
tiptoeing
footprints
it
to
like
me
I'm not
so that I
moving
can-
quickly.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. I'm going to. Do I have any? Hang on. I think I have something for this actually.
You really?
Do you really? I do think the rats would be able to find
He must be wearing his glasses of object permanence.
me.
Yeah, probably.
I hear you say that, and I'm like, he's like, they've caught on.
I'm gonna just like get up next to him and like that.
Okay. We'll call this for a grapple. So just roll to hit for me
Okay.
with
Just
disadvantage.
like unarmed. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oh, it's not an opposed
Oh, I
strength.
guess this would be an opposed strength check. So yeah.
So I got a -1 to my strength.
Yeah,
so.
we'll do it
Okay,
that way.
got it either.
A true battle of wills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 15.
You win.
What did you roll?
1.
A 1. Yeah. Gosh. Come on.
Sorry, setting this up. I didn't think this one.
Yeah, you see where the hoof prints end, and you're like, Bryce, and then you just immediately hear a pitter patter, and the hoof prints just like a few more sets, just like.
Bryce, what's wrong? Come on.
I don't want to go on a porch zone, okay? I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
I kind of just left my mom alone, and she's really big on family, and I didn't really think I thought I'd be coming back with my dad, and I'm not, and I don't know what I'm gonna say to her, and I'm really freaking out right now, and I think it would just be better if you guys went in without me. I'll just stay out here, invisible, and no one will know.
Don't you think she'd want to see you though? Do you think she misses you?
But what if she's mad at me?
I mean, you are family.
Are you here?
Yeah, I assume so. I assume you
Yeah,
came
yeah.
with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. She probably is mad,
Uh-huh.
and that's okay because she worried about you.
Yeah, and she's probably still worried. But I know she sent that letter. She was really worried. I did respond, but I haven't actually talked to her since, and it's been like a week since then. Are you sure she won't? I mean, I don't know. Are you sure she won't be like really mad?
I don't know your mom.
Oh.
Boy, let me tell you about the power of forgiveness.
No.
When somebody really loves you and you make a mistake, it'll all be okay in the end.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Bryce will take off the glasses and blinks back, just crying. Okay. But could I be in the back of the cart while we drive?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't want to be crossbow anymore.
Tradj, you be crossbow.
That position suits me well.
Yeah, I'll climb back into the back of the carriage. Just like, I'm trying to center myself.
Are you still invisible?
No, I took off the
No,
Okay,
glasses.
Yeah, you kind of wipe away the tears a little bit, and they just kind of meld in with the rest of the damp fur. It's like, yeah, you wipe it away, and it's just like you go back and it's still wet, and it's like, I'm not crying anymore.
What's going on?
Just take some deep breaths. not like that.
What do you mean? Like what?
Like,
You sound like a donkey.
Oh, that's a really long time to hold that.
Yeah.
Okay.
but you have to.
That actually weirdly helps.
Do some box breathing
Yeah.
in the back, yeah.
All right, so we get back on the road.
Yeah. So you clamber back. You hear the occasional ragged whimpering breath from inside the carriage, but eventually you make it up to the gates of the city. And the closer you get, the closer the coast comes. The more you kind of start to feel that coastal air kind of hit you. The breeze coming off the shoreline carries with it this kind of salty mist with it. And for Bryce, at least, you kind of feel, it feels like home. It feels a little bit invigorating. Despite the panic that you feel kind of welling up, it helps. It helps. It's calming.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, nothing. That hasn't changed. That's okay. If the air isn't mad at me, maybe my mom isn't mad at me yet.
But you come up to the outer gates of the city. There's a stable off to one side where you could return the horses if you wanted to, or you could just continue into the city proper. The road is fairly wide and it continues into the area.
Yeah, let's go into the stables and speak with the stable hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna detach my horse first.
Okay. Yeah, so you detach your horse and you take the single horse pulling the carriage at this point into the stables.
Wait, was it implied that... So, you stole a horse that you're riding just regular, or you were before,
Yes.
right?
Right.
And there were 2 horses hitched up to the carriage, right?
Deyna stole one.
One of the carriage horses?
One of the carriage
or
horses.
Tradj's horse? Okay.
One of the carriage horses.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Deyna would have stolen Tradj's horse.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Hold
That's
on.
what
I
I
take
was
that
saying,
back.
actually,
no. I'm gonna
Deyna have
retcon that.
noticed?
Deyna would have definitely taken
Okay.
Tradj's horse. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So,
Just less effort, not having to tie it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up to the stable hand, and you're not gonna take.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah. That is
absolutely not.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go up to the stable hand and be like, "Hello. I'd like to return these horses."
Okay. Do you have your forms in order? Your signed waivers, contract?
Describe what this contract is.
It's standard boilerplate stuff. It's just a contract that everybody signs when they rent a horse. Accounting
does
for
yours look like?
damages. There's a couple of different forms that you got to fill out. There's the horse rental form 001. We call that an HR 001. There's an HR 002. That's where you list the condition of the horse that that it was in when you found it. Any scuffs, defects, cavities. Always look a horse in the mouth before you rent it.
Of course.
All of those things, they just need a standard. Should be already ready to go. The place that you rented it from should have
We
helped you
didn't
out
get
with
any
that.
forms from the other stables.
You're kidding me, right? Where did you rent these from?
Rhonda's Landing.
Rhonda's Landing. No. Oh, are you serious right now? That's my brother that does that. And you see now you're talking to like a halfling, and he's got the same exact kind of like beard setup that the other one does. And he's like, no. We have an
agreement.
We have a standard of practice laid out, a best practices for the industry that we've been working on together.
I mean, your brother didn't seem nearly as put together as you do.
Well, I mean,
Do you think
I'm the
maybe
older
he
brother,
could have
so it's like,
made an
he's always
oversight?
I wouldn't put it past him. Look, here's what I'll say. Since you don't have the forms, I can't really identify what we'll just. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to pay just a standard operating fee, 30 gold pieces per horse, 50 gold pieces for the carriage. This is standard rates.
We can't pay for the oversight of the company.
Company is a generous term. We were independent contractors, really. But I'm sorry. If you can't pay, I'm gonna have to get the cards.
We could just hold on to these horses and return them at a different stable then.
Oh, sure. I mean, you're gonna incur a different stable fee,
Sure.
naturally.
Sure.
Do I recognize this guy at all?
Yeah, you've seen him before. When you were leaving the city.
Okay. Do I know his name?
Roll a history check.
Don't great. Let's see. It's a 13.
13.
I have a +2 to my history.
Sure. We'll say, when you were leaving the city, I don't know, maybe you tried to like talk your way into getting a horse or something like that when you were leaving. I don't know. Was that something that Bryce would have tried to have
Probably.
done? Okay.
I would have thought this is the logical, this is what an investigator, a true investigator would do.
Yeah, for sure. So you definitely talked to this guy and he kind of blew you off. That's why you ended up like hitching a ride with somebody else for a significant portion of your journey. But you did at least get his name, which was Terry.
Okay. Can I poke my head from inside the coach? Oh, Terry, is that you?
I'm sorry. Who are you? Oh.
Bryce Buckland. I'm sure maybe you wouldn't fully recognize me, but
Doesn't ring a bell. I'm sorry.
I think I've heard your name come out of Black Eye's mouth before, and I think it would be a really big shame if Black Eye learned that one of his favorite people was denied service and overcharged grossly for these horses and carriages.
Roll an intimidation check. Both you can either roll with advantage or Tradj you can roll as well because you were helping out with this.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, same.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, you immediately see the halfling's face change from like kind of a calm indifference to now like just like, come on, why are you bringing the pirate?
I'm not the one sitting here doing dirty business, am I?
I'm not doing dirty business. I'm trying
really?
to. It's hard out here right now. Okay, you know how many people are actually. It's the post. It's the post-Aurora lull, right? Less people are traveling. You gotta wait for people to come back. Bring all the horses back. Inventory's low. You gotta
And
make
so your best way is to overcharge people so they never come
back. You gotta make a
back?
copper where you can, kid. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I'm sure Black Eye would really understand.
Come on. Fine. You know what? Fine. Did just at least tell me. Did you at least pay my brother for this stuff?
Yes.
Of course.
Why
Make a
would we
persuasion
not?
check or deception check, I guess.
It's not deception because we did.
You did pay, yeah. Yeah, so just persuasion then.
Persuasion.
Yeah. Oh, God.
27.
Yeah. It's like fine.
I'm not
You know what?
beating that.
You know what? As a sign of goodwill, I'll waive the inspection fees. I won't even do the post rental inspection. Just give the horses here.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And it was two in the carriage. Okay. You don't have any other forms, right?
No. You need to get in touch with your brother. It sounds like he has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah. All right. Just okay. Just don't bring Black Eye into this.
Oh, hey.
Or the guards. Just we're square, right?
Yeah, we're square.
We're square.
We're square.
We're square.
I thought you were gonna involve the guards.
Shh, it's a bluff. It's a bluff. Come on.
There's a lot of bluff around
You-
here. We'll see you later.
I hope not.
All right then. I guess.
So we're like, that was a good distraction. I know that.
Yeah. Guys did great. Let's head into town, I suppose.
All right.
So
Gonna walk it a little bit more confidently because I'm feeling, you know what? Not as much has changed as I thought. I'm still,
That's actually
you got this.
Quite savvy.
yeah, the anxiety starts to kind of simmer down, and you're like, okay, no, I'm feeling a little bit more in control
You're
now.
on your own stomping grounds.
Yeah.
now. You know
yeah.
these people.
Yeah. I know things. I can do things here.
You know what, Bryce? I think you're a pretty cool kid.
Thanks, Mr. Tradj. I can lead you through this way.
Yeah, let's go to your mom's house.
We can explore a little bit first.
Any coffee shops?
Well, we're going into because I'm assuming the gate of it does it open up to the.
So it's open. This is into the walled area. This is leading you into the upper, or as you would know it, the crust.
Okay.
So
there are
you
definitely coffee shops.
Is
I'm
it
assuming.
like a caste system or something here? I'm just noticing this wall and like the relative squalor.
Oh, I mean, they never really assigned a word to it, but I mean, I live all the way down there. Point
Right.
off in the direction that we saw the wooden structures.
Sure.
Yeah, it's hard to, like, when you're up at the city, it's hard to see it. It's almost like when you are in front of the city, it's positioned so that, like, the kind of underside with all of the, more rickety wooden structures and the poorer sections of the city are not visible. And so, like, yeah, Bryce kind of gestures towards, like, where the ground slopes down towards the beach, and you can just barely catch a glimpse of some of the docks around on the other side, but it is mostly intentionally by design kind of tucked away.
I do notice a lot of the nice clothes and everything, and everyone always is dressed a lot nicer, and they kind of weirdly don't talk to you. I've always tried to talk to the people up here whenever I've come up, and they just kind of look at me a little bit and walk away. It's kind of weird, but, I feel like there are definitely some coffee shops, right? Would this be where coffee shops, or would that be?
Yeah, there would be some coffee shops at this level, and to that point, you make your way into the city proper, into the crust, and you see kind of a central pathway that meanders through the city. There are, at this point in the day, midday, plenty of people bustling about. You pick out just a wide variety of like dress, of style, of just background. Port Tachon it's a port, right? There are people from all over that have gathered here, and you can see that clearly just in the nature and the makeup of the people at this level. You can also see in the distance through the crowd, you can see the canal that carves its way through the city, and you can see actually some smaller ships that are taking the canal way through.
Any gondoliers?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's a couple gondoliers just kind of brushing through, paddling through. There are a few people in them. Some are open, and some are kind of like, hailing travelers, trying to get people to come in, etc. It is lively. There are open markets kind of everywhere, all over the place. There are closed markets, cafes, inns, you name it. At this level, it is very metropolitan and very touristy. A little bit would be the word.
The ships are always so weird. I never know where those come from, where they go. It's just like, if you're up here, you just kind of see them sometimes. I don't know.
Okay.
Here's a coffee shop
Yeah.
called...
So yeah, you walk up and you find a coffee
Higher
shop.
grounds.
There you go. Boom. That was
Good
perfect.
name.
Yeah, Higher Grounds. And it's kind of like, classic cafe style. There's like 2 or 3 little tiny tables outside, and then there's an indoor that is like, they try to make it seem bigger than it is, but it is actually very cramped, and just like one little counter up top.
Some mirrors.
Yeah. There's mirrors. It really expands the space, and for a minute. Yeah, exactly.
The mirrors in there.
Yeah, there's a line, but it actually moves pretty quickly if
Okay.
you really, but yeah, so you walk up to Higher Grounds and wait in line, and then you eventually get to the counter.
Sure, yeah.
1 cup of milk, please.
Don't give him milk.
Why not? I've gotten milk here plenty of times before.
Oh, they do have milk?
And how did that go? How did that go?
It went fine. I mean, I just kind of throw up, It's just something people do, right?
Please get him
Excuse me?
decaf coffee, please.
I want a milk.
Okay, we have, what kind of milk would you like? We have...
Don't get him milk.
Okay, well, we have dairy, we have goat milk, we have a nice macadamia milk that we just got in. We've got a coconut milk, we've got almond milk, we've got a sunflower seed milk. Have you ever had that before? It's fantastic.
I've always just said milk, and they just give me something.
We'll go with just a regular old milk. How's that sound?
Yeah, I want a regular
With
milk.
or without decaf.
Never mind.
Okay, we'll go the milk. The rest, the 2 of you,
Just a coffee.
just a coffee.
Just a coffee.
Black.
Black. Okay. What kind of coffee would you like? We have several different roasts from all over.
Do you have anything with more chocolatey notes.
Chocolatey? Sure, we've got a darker roast that we just got from Uramar, actually.
Sure, great.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. It's all shade-grown stuff.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Only the finest here.
High altitude, I'm sure.
Actually, this one, no. There's a special technique that they're working on that allows it to be grown at lower levels, at lower elevations. If you want a higher altitude, I've got a wonderful Renean coffee that we just received. The soil there is just delightful for growing fresh coffee.
Well, I'll stick with the first recommendation, and maybe if I stop by again, I'll try the other ones.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We love repeat customers here. And they kind of like nudge a tip jar a little bit closer. It's like, oh, excuse me. And what would you
Be
like?
careful.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's just a little cramped sometimes in here.
How much do you?
Oh well, I'm sorry. I didn't
yeah.
catch your order.
Brewer's Choice surprised me.
Oh well. All right. Pour over it is. And we've got I've got a fascinating one that I just got from Mira, actually imported. So that'll be altogether. Altogether, that'll be 5 silver.
That's a little steep.
It is coffee.
Everything up here is crazy expensive. It's really weird.
Oh, we price things fairly.
Have I had the coffee from Mira before?
Yeah, you probably have. You've probably had a lot of Mirin coffee. It's fine. It's like there is nothing particularly special about it, but out here it's seen as more exotic.
I guess importing fees taken into account.
Of course, and at every step we fairly compensate.
Much more
everybody.
expensive than it was in Mira.
Oh, are you from that area?
I've been there.
Originally. Interesting. I bet you have some fascinating stories.
And none for you.
That's fine. Okay. Well, I hope you have a lovely stay here in Port Tishon. Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna take my milk and turn and leave.
Yeah.
Say, good job there, Tradj.
You look
These
at your
people
milk
are
and it
weird.
has Bros written on it.
God, they can never get the name right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's bounce.
Okay. Where would you like to go? Bryce, I assume you're leading the way.
I-
What would you like to do?
I'd like to give a
Did
grand
you pay?
tour of the
Did you
Yeah.
pay?
of as much of the upper crust as we can chilly, because I'm assuming there's like a main square. Is there a main square area
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
upper
yeah.
crust?
You're kind of in that area right
Okay, yeah.
now, kind of the main, like you said, main square. It kind of encompasses, maybe like a quarter-mile square. The canal cuts through the middle of it, and there are bridges that cross over that are, well-fashioned. Everything here is made of not like stone, but stuff that's a little bit more rugged than just simple wood. There's some brick. You can see looming over you, not super close, but nearby are the reaches, which are that higher level that you saw that was built up, even taller than where you are right now. It's hard to see like past up to the reaches because they stretch over 100 feet above you. But from what you can see, those buildings are much nicer. Here is like, it is like any other city you've been in, but the reaches are like fine stone. You can see like a hint of like granite and just polished
You get the
marble.
Cloud District very often. What am I saying?
Of course you don't. It's
Where
exactly
did that
that
guy
kind of
live?
vibe, yeah.
Is there anywhere to get cheese in the crust?
It's not stuffed crust.
I hate this.
Yes. There are plenty of
hut is-
cheesemongers around here, yes.
And I'll be describing the reaches to y'all as we've had.
Yeah,
Wow.
you've been to the crust before. You don't spend a lot of time up here because it is kind of more of a touristy place, more of a bougie kind of place, and it's not a. There are locals at this level, but like the real city is
the
down
real
below.
locals. in
Um,
here.
But
Authentic.
yeah, You give a tour. You show off like the local spots. Like, oh yeah, this is great if you're looking for like some, some clothes. They've got great chocolate imports here. They've got like, yada yada yada. You kind of give the whole tour.
Should we get a present for your mom?
Oh, that's a good idea if we
She's a
start
teacher,
with her.
right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Does she? Yeah.
Is there a store nearby that has? Well, I want to go to the clothing shop. I think a nice outfit would feel good. I mean, we don't get and especially I'm coming with actually no, I'm not coming in with much money now. I think about it. I think I spent like all of my
Yeah, you spent I think like to
pretty much like
the
Maybe
last copper.
not a
almost,
whole
yeah.
outfit, but maybe like a hat or a scarf or an accessory or something.
Did you ever add the money that I gave you? Because I gave you 500 gold.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah. Part of your
okay.
share from the Eden hunt.
Okay. Yeah. I got. Okay, I have some gold then. Now I'm going in.
Yeah.
I'm going in for an outfit.
Okay.
I want I want to find. Let's all collectively dream up what a 13-year-old boy would get his mother for an outfit that he has no knowledge of what actually.
It's a
she
bold
wants.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I think we're talking.
I'm still gonna say maybe like a nice hat or a scarf,
A headscarf, maybe?
something like that.
Are there sailor hats? Are
Maybe
there
some jewelry?
kind of captainy looking
Just
No.
coding
up
hats?
like
Oh,
a-
absolutely. Yeah.
Make her a
Grab one of
pirate.
those.
There are tons of them.
That's
And
like, this is gonna be Bryce's definition
There
of a
were-
good outfit.
Okay.
There's like a bunch of them, and they're like kind of like that souvenir style, like kind of
Yeah.
kitschy, like like not what an actual seafarer would wear, but like something that
Is there one that's like weirdly like super feminine, so that it's that almost counterculture piece,
yeah
That's
like
like weirdly made of nicer quality because normally they're not actually being used on boats and things.
yeah. Are you looking for like kind of like a bicorn or like a tricorn or something? Are you looking for something more like
a tricorn.
Okay, yeah. You find a tricorn with like this big feathery plume coming out of
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Like this
No,
lavender
it-
plume.
Perfect.
I guess if it's coming from you,
And then-
she'll understand.
I want to say, is there any kind of like
Just get a receipt.
we're going pirate with this? Is there like a long flowing trench coat going
Absolutely,
on?
yeah. There are plenty of coats.
Gonna get that, but the one that has a weirdly nice embroidered design on it, if that exists.
Absolutely.
Are there like souvenir hook hands?
Yes.
That's at the shop next door, but yeah, there are like little pirate hook hands that you
Where
can
you,
like.
hold the.
Yeah, you hold like the little stick in the middle and like, yar.
Are there any in that same shop? Is there any like little mini telescopes?
Yeah, of course there are.
Okay.
well.
Then and the last thing in the clothing shop are there boots.
Yeah, there's all sorts of boots. What kind of boot are you looking
That
for?
will
Like
fit a
something
satyr.
with a more of a heel or like.
True, it would be a boot for a satyr. I would know to at
Oh,
least make
yeah,
sure that
yeah.
this boot could work for her.
And just by nature of growing up in Port Tashon, there's not a lot of satyrs here. So if you did want to get like boots that were for a satyr, they would probably have to be like custom ordered.
Yeah, so boots are out of the question. I'm gonna look through their boot selection, not see a satyr boot. Still nothing here for that. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay.
I'll walk up to the shopkeep with my
Yeah.
collection of clothes that are obviously like twice the size of me, like all of it.
Yeah, you walk up to a tall, thin, elven woman who is dressed head to toe in like some of the outfits in the store, like in like one of those like slim fitting coats. She's got like head to toe like the picturesque ideal of what a sailor would look like privateer style kind of like garb.
Well, hello, sailor.
How close does the outfit that I picked out look like to her? Or
It's-
she's looking more sailor than captain.
Yeah. You're looking. Yeah, you're buying for a captain.
What does her hat look like compared to my disguise kit sailor hat? Is it better?
It looks much better. Yeah. Yours is
Probably turn this into another
serviceable.
shop.
Yeah.
No worry, this is the only shop I'm like. this
Yours
is
has,
purely
like,
Bryce distraction.
Just like a stereotypical little like anchor on the front. Like yeah.
Are there any extras of those?
Yeah, sure.
I want to add one more sailor hat, and that'll be it.
Okay. Oh, fantastic eye.
Thank you.
Yes.
Look her with my bloodshot eye.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh, is your son child?
That's not my
Nephew?
mom. My mom is Miss Judy Bucklet. She runs the whole school here. Come on.
I'm so sorry.
So obviously for her.
Are you okay? You've got.
He had an accident.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
We will need a receipt for
Absolutely. Is this a gift? We
A
can
gift
attach a
receipt would be
gift
great,
receipt,
yes.
of course. Would you like some discreet packaging as well? Something to like, or some fancy
Yes.
packaging, some like nice
Gift wrap.
Yes.
gift wrap for.
I
it,
would
yes.
like some discreet packaging.
Well,
These are some
sometimes
nice clothes we're gonna be walking around with. We
We're-
don't want people to know.
we're such a well-known shop. If you want it to be a surprise, sometimes it's better not to have the name of the store on the side of
Whatever you feel
the
is
bag.
best.
Of course. So all told, that'll be about. Oh, that is a fine piece you've got there.
Thank you.
About 50 gold pieces for the lot.
I will take it.
Wonderful. Would you like to make a donation to the Underprivileged Kids Foundation of Port Tishon? Just an extra gold piece.
Where was that? Where is that going to? I've never heard of that.
Oh, it goes to help all of the poor underprivileged children living in the shanty down by the ocean. They're so underserved. Would you like to make an
Yes.
offering?
I think I'm okay right now.
It's for a good cause, but I understand.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It can be so hard to part with our well-earned gold sometimes.
Wait, actually, can I vibe check to see if she is lying about
Yeah,
where
you
this
can do an
gold
insight
ends
check,
up?
yeah.
Dang it! what even is that? Okay, not good. It's a 6.
A 6. Yeah, no. You've never heard of it. You're suspicious of it, but you can't tell if she's like just lying to your face about it or not.
Ask my mom about that later. Turn and walk out.
Have a wonderful day.
I grab that receipt.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, are there any antique shops around here?
Yeah. There's a lot of like, there's a lot of antiques that make their way through here. There's a lot of like collector's
first time I've ever
pieces,
been in
fine
this part of
furniture.
town with
Like,
actual
are you looking
money.
for something specific?
Just something that might catch my eye.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like, Port Tishon isn't known for like its personal output of like, fine woodworking or anything like that. But as an importer, there are a lot of trade routes that come through, and a lot of furniture from other lands and from other countries do tend to come through Port Tishon.
I'm thinking more like a trinket or something like that that might just have ended up like, on a countertop or something like that.
Sure. Yeah. You find kind of a little bit off the main concourse. You do find an antique store that has that vibe of somebody who just kind of ended up accumulating a lot of things and is just now trying to sell out some of that.
I used to work at an antique shop like that.
Yeah.
That's
Half
such
of it
a
was
vibe,
booths
though.
from other people, and half of it was from the owner. And it was 3 stories big.
Oh my God.
It was awful.
Yeah, but it's like that exactly that kind of vibe. Like it's like you see just a wrinkled old like dwarf behind the counter here, and there's just anything that your mind could conceive of. Like there is silverware, goblets, furniture, desks, chairs from all over, all sorts of different designs. What are you looking for? Something for yourself or somebody else? What
Yeah,
is it
for
you-
myself.
Okay. What would catch Tradj's eye in this kind of store? There are, you walk into one room and there's more like historical, like weapons and ceremonial swords and blades and stuff like that. You walk into another and there's decorative armor pieces, those kinds of things as well in here.
Maybe a pair of daggers.
Okay. Yeah, not hard to find. You find a couple pairs that are matching. The blades are fashioned out of like a sort of Damascus steel style with like wavy kind of patterning on it. They don't, to your eye, they don't seem any more effective than a normal dagger would be, but they look pretty. They're, they have like these golden inlaid pommels to them with a guard that is set with some old gemstones as well. 2 that are in a matching set.
Okay.
Would you like to buy those?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
How much for this set of daggers? I found them dusty in a back corner.
Oh, well, a little bit of dust never hurt anything. It just
We'll get you for all they can.
it just means that it's that much more valuable of a find.
Actually, it just means that it's been sitting there for a while.
Exactly, waiting for just the right moment to walk through here. Those are fine. Those. I found those 2 at an estate sale for an old sailor who used to run the trade routes up north around the Castalla Mountains. Those were his ceremonial blades. Always kept him at his side. He did. Fascinating person.
Do you know what his name was?
His name was Danathy, by my knowledge.
How much do you want for them?
No.
For those 2, such fine make. I would say 2.
There were.
Go with 4 gold pieces apiece. Now, don't go trying to cut too many with those. They haven't been sharpened in quite a while.
Danathy
Would you do 2 apiece?
was the one I killed, I think.
Oh, really?
And a handshake?
Roll a persuasion check.
I killed Danathy. I was like, I know that name.
21.
21? Yeah. You drive a hard bargain. And sometimes, the dust is not always a measure of the quality of an item. Sometimes it just means that,
It's hard to sell.
yeah, 2 gold is fine.
I'll buy it.
Could this, for convenience sake, be where I also get my mini telescope?
Yeah.
Which, after Bryce gets it, I think Bryce actually wants it for himself. I want it.
You pick up a mini telescope. It's sitting kind of among just some sailing ephemera. Like there's a compass nearby. There's like a star chart and some other things. And yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. You can
Just compass and telescope.
Yeah, for sure. You take it up and he kind of eyes it. And he's like, that will be a. Ooh. Yes, that's a fine wood make. That's from actually an old pirate. He used to run with the Crystal Queen, from what I heard. But
Can I insight check on that?
yeah,
Not one. He is telling so the truth.
Yeah. There's a tiefling, if my memory serves right. Yes, they had horns of deep blue, like the depths of the ocean.
Oh.
Yes.
How much?
For that, are you planning to go on any adventures anytime soon?
I just might.
Well, then you might need a polishing kit for that looking glass that you're buying.
You think I need a polishing kit?
I think so. It's always good to have one. I mean, if you smudge that glass, how are you going to see a ship on the horizon?
Oh my gosh.
How are you going to find land ho if you can't see the land?
Oh no! And then we'll be trapped on the. Oh gosh! And I'm gonna go grab a polishing kit. Okay. Now how much?
Well, I'll throw that in for free. It'll be a gold piece for the compass, and then 2 gold pieces for the fine-looking glass you have there. It's a telescoping one too. If you see that you can do a quick a turn there, and then it will extend out, and you can see. Oh. It actually doesn't make it see any further. It just.
I was about to ask if it even does anything. It focuses. I feel more focused.
Exactly. It's all part of the ritual of the use of the device, you see, not necessarily the
half
action
of
itself.
Sailing is respecting the traditions.
Exactly.
That's what I've always heard.
Exactly.
I'll give the 3 gold.
Yeah,
over.
okay.
That'll be it. Oh,
Okay.
and then actually, really quick, I'm gonna ask him. And by the way, I'm just wondering. Actually, I want to show him the Pilav's ring.
Okay.
And say, do you know anything about this?
Oh.
I'm gonna take
curious.
it off and hand it to him if that helps
Yeah.
him look. It was
Hold
one
on,
of the rings we could have bought back.
Hold on 1 minute. And he walks over to it's a seemingly random desk over to the side pops out one of the drawers and pulls out like a little like inspecting like eyeglass, and he pops up to his eye and just says, "Oh, this is a fine piece. Mirrored make, if I do say. A noble house. Where did you acquire such a nice?"
It was from a shop over in Alavast. It was Odds Ends, right?
Yeah.
This one, she was a goblin. I was about to say human, but no.
She was human.
Oh, she was human?
Yeah.
Okay. This one, like, old lady had it in her shop. Her name was Audrey.
Oh, you found her. Oh. Roll an insight check for me.
I think it's 13. Let me
13.
just double check. Yes, 13.
Yeah, 13. You see his cheeks blush a little bit. Like, oh, I know Audrey. Yeah, it's been quite a few years. How is she doing?
Oh, she was fine. A little interesting, but I liked her a lot. She was fun.
Yeah, she is. I mean, this is a fine ring. I place it, pre-Empire. Certainly, it's hard to see too much more than that. Are you looking to sell this?
I think I'm more looking to understand, because the fact that she was selling it makes me think that something's interesting about it. I just want to, before I sell it, I want to make sure I understand it.
Of course, it's always, every item has a story. Every owner that touched it has left a mark on everything. That's why I always like to tell a little bit about what I have in stock before I give it to somebody. I like to make sure it gets into the right hands. You see, being an antique seller is more like being a storyteller than anything else.
I love this man.
But unfortunately, I don't have too much knowledge. I'd have to spend some time with it and consult some research, maybe take some trips to the library.
Okay. I mean,
Are you comfortable leaving it with me?
I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
I trust you.
All right.
I want to do insight.
Roll an insight check.
Since my insight was a 1, I trust this man with my life.
Yes, it
Anything this man says is fact. Ooh.
17 plus 5.
He seems like a sweet old man who really just wants to help.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I was telling myself that I wouldn't let Bryce, or that I was just gonna leave it alone, but like I do want to make sure that Bryce doesn't get scammed. She doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's totally. I think that's a great idea. I'll come back in maybe a couple days.
Sure. Yeah. Give me 3 days. I've got.
Please remember it's here.
I will.
Got some business to attend to, but I will make sure top priority.
Thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day.
Oh, thank you.
As a
I treasure them all.
Oh, before we go, you wouldn't happen to have any messages in a bottle?
Oh, of course I do. Would have got a whole drawer full of them. He kicks a trunk and then it is just chock-a-block full of bottles with like browned papers in them. Some of them like you can look at and you can see there's like clearly you wouldn't even be able to read some of these. Some of them you can make out some writing on them. Are you just wanting like a random message in a bottle?
Yeah, okay. Like a fortune cookie, basically.
Okay, yeah. Are you just like try to pick out one? Okay.
Yeah, just one that seems pretty legible.
Okay. Yeah, you see one that's like a little bit like antiqued around the edges, and there's like some water staining in it, but like it's still firmly corked, and it seems like it's in good condition that you could probably retrieve the message and actually make it out.
How much for this one?
Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll do 2 silver. I like to, give these out almost as like little goodie bags. They're like little conversation starters sometimes. You can pick it out and you say, oh, I wonder what caused this person to write this? Who are they writing it to? What was the relationship between the two of them? It's
every single one is a desperate cry for help.
They all came from from the same person and washed up in the same current to the same place.
he keeps a
The
person
person who sent
stranded
them is
on the
long
island.
dead.
Yeah.
Each one is like letter 4,392 out of.
The
I'm
dwarf
almost
man
out of beer bottles.
The dwarf came back this day. He brought food. He says I have to write 5 more messages before I get my next meal.
I'll take.
Okay. You have a message in a bottle that is firmly corked. If you would like to read it, you can at any time. Okay.
That'll be it for me. What was your name again?
Oh, my name was Ariel.
Ariel.
You have to say it like that.
See how to write that so my brain.
I didn't come up with a spelling for it, so you get to do that yourself.
No. Every new person that meets me gets to spell my name a different way.
Whoever gets it right wins a coupon.
Well, goodbye, Ariel. I hope you have a
to
great
see you
day.
soon.
3 days.
Yes. No, I'm going to write it down right now in my planner. Where did I put that damn thing?
You don't usually meet people that nice up here.
He's quite sweet.
That is the nicest shopkeeper I've ever met up here.
All right. You are fully outfitted with baubles and trinkets now.
Well, let's go see your mom.
Step outside. That way.
Right then.
You're staring like directly into a window into a restaurant, and like you lock eyes with somebody that's like mid-bite. Like,
oh gosh.
Let's not use that in town.
Oh gosh, yeah. Long distances. I'll start leading them towards
Yeah, lead the way.
my home.
okay. So you're headed to your home.
My home.
Okay.
Oh, there's a shop. Do you wanna go?
No, I'm done shopping.
There's a really cool place over there. If you.
No.
Okay. On this way.
So Bryce leads you along the side of the canal. There's a kind of a main road that runs parallel to the canal for a little bit and then deviates to one side. And as it deviates a little bit and goes further, you start to feel the ground under you slope downwards a little bit until you come to the opposite side of the wall that encircles the upper crust. And then it leads to a archway that is firmly closed, wooden doors, guards on either side. They don't seem to pay you much mind as you go through from this end. And you go through, and immediately as you step through the doors, you get hit with you were shielded by it from the walls, but just the smell of ocean, of fish, of like the grimier part of sea life, just like a wall just wafts into you.
Oh,
That's more like it. No more forests, no more woods, no more flying air machines. Good old-fashioned ocean.
I miss the forest.
But you do notice that while you were, in the crust, you were walking on like cobblestone or flagstone in some places. But here you have stepped foot onto wood. You are on a wooden deck of sorts, overlooking the shanty, the lower level of the city, that you can see below you, and it is you are a little bit closer. You're not quite in the shanty yet, but you can see the tops of roofs, built kind of haphazardly here and there. Wherever a place seemed to be open to fit something, something was built there. And it is bustling in a way much different than the city above was. This is there are people running through with like wheelbarrows full of like fish or produce or something like that, just kind of bustling in between. There are families running around. There are kids playing in the streets. It is more alive with the act of living, of inhabiting a space, than the feeling of commerce and transience that the crust had. Despite the smell, it feels much more inhabited and homely. But you are kind of up on this like wooden deck that is right on the other side of the wall, and you look to your right and you see some stairs that lead down into the shanty proper. And you descend those and make your way into the streets. You see, people set up on the sides of the streets, just manning stalls, selling.
Do I see my saltwater taffy?
Yeah. I was gonna say you see some people selling like different treats. There's street food. There's like different preparations of fish, like sushi, like kind of stuff set up. You see just like cooked fish. You see people set up with like a little roaster on the side of the street roasting some fish. You see finally come up to a stall where there is a person selling saltwater taffy. Yeah.
Gonna immediately, I'm gonna act like I'm leading them towards my home, and it's maybe even in the same direction, but I am gonna immediately, without even saying a thing, spin and stop. Hey, what's up? It's been a while.
Well, is that who I think it is?
It's the one.
And you see, turning around, a large bugbear, who you know to be Jasmine. Jasmine has these like lengthy sideburns that kind of come down on either side of her face, and they are braided down, and then they loop back up under her ears, and then back up into her hair.
Amazing.
And just beaming. And she looks at Bryce and she says, "Bryce, I haven't seen you in, gosh."
I've been gone for a bit.
I
It's been
know.
like a month.
I know. It's every Saturday you're here like clockwork, and then all of a sudden, no, Bryce. Frankly, I was worried.
I know.
I was concerned.
I know I caused a lot of worry, but I don't know if you heard, but I was off. I was looking for my dad.
Oh, I had heard.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, terrible news.
I've been making great steps towards finding him. I'm going to find him. He's alive out there.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring him back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. You've been keeping safe at least.
Of course, I've learned how to use it. I'm gonna pull out the
the
rapier.
Oh.
And be like, I've been learning some skills.
No, there's only a few skills you can learn with something like that.
That's right, and I've been learning those.
Okay,
few.
maybe don't tell your mom about those skills.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
She would probably wear. Oh gosh, like cover it almost a little.
Yeah, you okay? It looks like you took a hit to the face or something.
Oh gosh, yeah. I think I've just been feeling a little. I've been traveling a lot recently.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, you want some taffy?
Of course. Why? Of course, Jasmine. Why else am I here?
Well, hopefully to see your mom. I heard.
Well, I meant here as in like the saltwater taffy stall.
Oh
Also
yeah.
to
Oh
see
yeah.
you.
Immediately.
No, like the immediate here.
Well, you know, I love my regulars here. I'm so sorry. You've got You've got friends.
Introduce yourself. This is
That's
Jasmine,
so nice.
one of the greatest people you'll ever meet in Port de Show.
Charmed.
Hi.
I'm Saoirse.
Saoirse, so nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah.
So you supply the goods, I suppose.
I mean,
Yes,
I
yeah.
wouldn't. Yeah, I keep the motor running, so to speak.
What kind of confection is this?
It's saltwater taffy. You've never had saltwater taffy.
Is it salty?
I don't even describe. I'm just gonna pay for it. Give it to
you
her.
know what?
She needs to try it.
Your money's no good here today.
Oh, stop, if you insist.
Okay. Here, try one.
Okay.
It is like individually wrapped in like a little wax
Ooh,
paper.
yeah.
I'm looking at you like. You put it. You chew it. It is amazing. Do you love it?
It's
It's
quite
the
good.
greatest thing you've ever had.
Yeah. It's lovely. Yeah.
It's so good.
What does Jasmine's saltwater taffy taste like? Can you describe the experience as someone who has partaken in it many times?
Yeah, totally. And as the human player who's definitely had saltwater taffy before, I will answer this
Have
question.
you not actually?
I will answer this question with great accuracy.
I do actually
Honestly,
have,
can it just taste like sweetened seaweed. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to I understand. I've seen the taffying process happen, but I don't know where the base ingredients come from. But my hope is that Jasmine has found a way to, because I'm trying.
Yeah.
There's a lot of seaweed nearby.
Yeah.
It's very easy to make
So-
on a weekly
That is
basis.
a flavor. What is it made of?
Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, it's gonna sound weird,
But
Okay.
it's like good sweet.
but it's a custom process that I've pioneered.
Sure.
It's actually made with, well, not directly with seaweed, but it's made with a seaweed oil. So I press the seaweed myself, extract the oil, and I use that as the base for the taffy.
Okay.
It's a
is-
little umami, right? Right?
Umami
Right.
is a word.
Yeah, but I don't worry. I do a little bit of sweetening in there. I add a little
No,
bit
I-
of
I taste
molasses
the-
in.
yeah.
It's like a delicate balance. It's like I like to call it a dance between different flavor profiles.
It's a bit stuck in my teeth.
Oh yeah, that'll have. You should definitely probably get a drink or something to pair with it. It's
Okay.
always,
Yeah.
it'll stay there for
I
days.
think I'm gonna say I
sometimes.
have just a couple more swigs of cold coffee left.
Yeah.
Use that and kind of. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, you aerate it sometimes. That helps.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Bryce.
No problem.
Yes.
You need to try too.
I mean,
Would-
I've had it before, but not Jasmine's.
You need to have Jasmine.
If you haven't had Jasmine's taffy, you have not had taffy yet. Here you go.
Never had.
I will buy you some actual saltwater taffy.
Do you consume Jasmine's taffy?
I sniff it. And I think I'm just going to put it in my pocket for now.
Hey,
It is super gonna melt, my dude.
one for the road. That is
That's true. That's a good
totally
point.
understandable.
We did just get coffee. You know.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Coffee
sure.
and toffee don't, you know.
They
Not
may
toffee.
rhyme,
Cannot,
but
cannot stress this enough. It's not toffee. I know what toffee tastes like, and that is not toffee.
it's
Toffee has a crunch.
it is Jasmine's toffee. Oh,
Port
I
Dijon
understand.
classic.
It's one of those things that unless you have the Port Dijon palate, you may not immediately grasp it.
They
The
might need
longer
more
you spend
Jasmine.
here, the better it'll taste.
Sure. Yeah, it's an acquired taste.
I mean, it took me a
Oh,
while
yeah.
to get used to the food out there. It's really weird.
I know, right?
Hey, Jasmine.
It's
Enough
too
about
sweet
the
and
toffee.
salty.
But, sorry, not to interrupt.
Enough
But
about the
Did
you don't happen to know anything about heron magic or magical herons? Have you heard anything like that?
Magical herons. You've been talking to those brats around here and their stories.
Which brats?
Yeah,
I tried to tell them about it. They didn't listen.
it's just old wives' tales. It's nonsense. What have you heard?
Well, we've heard that they can change people.
I swear, every day it's a new kid walks up to me like, "Oh, have you heard the story of the night heron?" It's like, "Yeah, okay, sure, kid. Yeah, yeah."
Yeah, I mean, you'd think we'd have seen her by now.
Right,
if
right.
she
Yeah, it's
existed.
like people go into the bog, they see a scary shape, and they come out running and crying and talking about scary herons and, night witches or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, we've only heard rumors.
Yeah, it's all it is.
Do you know anyone we might ask to find more about these rumors?
I mean,
It
if
seems
you-
like you don't know too much other than what you've heard yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to, like, I don't know, find one of the little urchin kids running around, ask them. They'll tell you the whole thing. They love those stories. I'm not one for ghost stories. I'm one for taffy.
Clearly.
They'll be at my mom's school.
Oh, perfect. I'm sure we'll have more than enough opinions there.
Yeah, I mean, I told you guys, it's just kind of a story that's told around here. You know, like, I don't think we should think too much about
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
Yeah, it's fine.
So,
Well, have you seen my mom around? Do you know if she's like at home right now? Or is she at the school? Have you seen her walking around with everyone?
I mean, last I heard, she hasn't been at the school in a few days. I think. I mean, I wasn't gonna say too much, but I think she's pretty worried about you, Bryce.
I should probably go see her then.
Yeah, I would do that. I know. It's been rough. They got Wendleton teaching the school right now.
Wendleton?
Yeah, Wendleton's
Oh
doing
my gosh, how is that place even still, like...
I don't know.
Has anyone gotten hurt?
Not to my knowledge, but
Oh
it's
my
only a matter of...
gosh.
You know how Wendleton is.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, I had to spend the night one night at the school one time, and he's... Oh my gosh, we need to go, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but, thank you, Jasmine. We're
Yeah.
gonna make it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home.
Oh, and here, take a couple more for your mom. It's
That'll help. She'll feel a
it
lot
may
better.
yeah maybe she won't kill you, you know.
Oh god, I thought maybe it wasn't that bad. Oh gosh. No, you're right. A couple toffees is a good idea. Good idea. She loves the toffee. She loves it.
Still unclear if it's toffee or taffy.
It's whatever you want it to be.
It's a regional thing, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Toffee, taffy.
Yeah.
It's just a soft vowel, hard vowel thing, right?
Yeah.
Different vowel thing.
Mhm.
Different thing.
Depends on the day, you know. If it's a little hard, you might. Oh,
I
toffee.
could be wrong. I'm not from around here. You guys call things weird stuff here. The horses aren't carnivorous. Toffee is taffy. So strange.
Well, thanks, Jasmine.
All right. I hope I see you again.
Definitely. Oh, next Saturday.
Hey,
if we're
next
still
time
here.
next time you run out of town, like at least come by and see me first.
I'll make sure to do it.
At least leave you a care package or something.
That's so nice of you, Jasmine.
Yeah. Get out of here.
No,
Top.
A toffee.
I'll start leading us towards my house.
All right. You head down the street towards the block where you know your house is. The pit in your stomach getting deeper and deeper.
I'm gonna actually use my disguise self to clean
it
up
up.
the wet and red eyes.
Okay.
Straighten the sailor hat. The nice one that I got.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone ready to meet my mom?
Have been.
Are you?
Yeah. Knock like 3 times, very shakily. Mom, I'm home.
As you reach toward the doorknob, we're gonna take a quick break.
During the intermission, the cast talked about their characters' relationships with organized religion and drank lattes provided by one of our sponsors, the Nerd Dungeon. If you like our content, please like and subscribe. It may only be a couple clicks for you, but it helps out our channel immensely and keeps you up to date on our content as it's
So,
released.
I think with that, let's pick back up where we left off.
Sure.
Bryce, you had just knocked on the door 3 times and shouted, "Mom."
I'm home.
I'm home.
And if there's space there, if she doesn't immediately open the door, I'm going to start very hesitantly reaching towards the doorknob to open it.
Yeah. You hear a shuffling sound from inside, and then you reach and you open the door,
Yeah.
and you see on the other side of the door, kind of like standing up from a chair, you see Judy Buckland, your mother, and she's giving you just a shocked look, and she says, "Bryce?
Hi, Mom.
Bryce? Oh my God, it's Bryce.
Yeah?
Come here. Where have you been? Where have you been?" She
Yeah.
runs over and like
Okay,
grabs
I
you in a
know.
hug.
Once she starts doing the running, and I'm like, "Oh, Mom!"
Where have you been?
I went on a really long carriage ride to Alabas, and then I met these are my friends, and they've been helping me out a lot. But I've been trying to find Dad, and it's been really stressful.
She hugs you tight and just tight and tighter. She says,
Mom, this is a
"Where
little
have
tight.
you been,
Mom, it's a little
Bryce?"
tight. I can't breathe.
She pulls you back. She's like, "I should ground you
I
for the rest of your life."
I was trying to find Dad. It's been going really well. I learned about Baz. That didn't do it. Okay, I've been
No. Oh God. Slow down, Bryce. Slow. First off,
How much trouble am I in?
just the
Oh.
you see the ocean out there?
Yeah.
You're at the bottom of it
Oh
right now.
no! Oh gosh, don't throw me in the ocean.
But first,
again.
I'm glad you're back home. I'm glad you're safe. I'm so glad that you didn't get hurt
I'm
and that
sorry
you
for scaring
didn't-
you.
get killed or worse. When you didn't come home, I was. But now that I know you're not dead, I am gonna kill you myself.
Oh, I knew it! I told you guys this is a bad idea.
It's not going to
Ma'am.
kill you.
Your son's a hero.
Bryce, who are these people?
So these are my friends that I was talking about. This here is Tradj. He's really
Hi,
awesome. He kind
Tradj.
of disappeared for a while, but he's back now, and he's really
Okay.
helpful.
Birds
And-
of a feather, huh?
And then, and this is Miss Saoirse, and she's also been really helpful. She's been around from the very beginning, although I know that she also left her home. But I don't know the details behind it.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Hi.
But she's been really helpful, and she's been helping me stay safe. And then
Uh-huh.
there's a couple others that aren't here right now.
Your son's a good boy.
See?
I know. That's what makes it
He's
so much
meaning the
harder
best.
that I'm going to have to kill him.
I'm gonna like flick my head down so glasses pop down and just turn invisible.
I
Ah!
grab him so that he does not walk away again.
Well, I think I'm currently restrained by Judy.
Yeah, she still has you
That's
by the
true.
shoulders, and she just like rips the glasses off and throws them in the corner.
Ah!
Like, don't you disappear on me, Bryce.
I'm gonna click my boots. I'm gonna try levitating.
She slams you back on the ground. Bryce Buckland, you stay on the floor right now.
Okay.
You're grounded.
You tell me exactly what you were doing and why you didn't write home. More than one time. You wrote home a week ago
I didn't think about
saying
it.
you're going to Alavast, and then I hear nothing.
Oh, I got really distracted, and there was a lot of disagreements that happened that I was involved in, and it was very distracting. And I was trying to find Dad, and I made
Look.
good progress.
You did.
Yeah.
What kind of progress?
Well, but first I kind of want to show. I think I have maybe his sword. And I want to show, or actually, it's probably Uncle. I'm assuming Baz's. I'm gonna show like kind of shift my arm enough to like show the rapier on my side. I learned that I don't know who Baz is, but I know he's a Buckland. I know he looks a lot like Dad.
Yeah.
And I know that the last time anyone heard about him was that he came back here about 10 years ago. So I came back here to find him because there's a big old plot going on with the Emperor. That's why I found that Luster Brigade dagger near Dad's place where he went missing. And I know I got to talk. I talked to the Emperor. I talked to all of them. I actually might be about to become a Lustrous Brigade member. Wait, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. But we're back here now.
What have you done, Bryce?
What?
Where did you get that? Where did you?
Is it the dagger rapier?
Yeah, the dagger and the rapier. Like,
Well, I mean, I found the dagger right before a couple days before I left. I didn't tell you about it because I thought you'd keep me from leaving. I found it right in the bushes near where Dad, went missing. Everyone said the last place they saw him. After I found that, I knew, this was clearly from Alabas, so I went.
where did you get the rapier? How did you?
I went to. I don't
Who
know
told
if you
you
would
about
know.
Baz? Who?
Hickory did, I think, the first time.
Hickory?
You know him? And then I think the next person to tell him, I think there's actually a couple people that have told me by this point. I met Matt
Okay.
Mallory.
Okay. Oh, wow, you really?
He's a regular boy detective.
You are your father's son.
Really?
I was hoping. God, I knew we would have to talk about this stuff eventually, but I didn't expect it to kind of all happen all at once like this. Bryce, would you mind sitting down? And she gestures to like the, dining table, and there's a chair kind of pushed up against it. There's actually, you notice now, a bag on the chair that is stuffed full of half open, stuffed full of like clothing, like little prepackaged like meals. Like it looks like Judy was packing up to go do something, and she kind of walks over and pulls it off and tucks it under the table, and she's like, hey, sorry, sit. Yeah.
Is your kettle just in the kitchen here? I'm gonna put on some tea.
Yeah, it's, you look over and you actually see that the kitchen is in right there. Like there's a stove like right next to the table. It is
It
is fairly small spaces in here.
And do you have a bathroom somewhere?
Bryce, you mind
It's
showing them?
over here. I'm just kind of gonna walk over. Is it number 1 or number 2?
It doesn't matter.
It matters. Is it a number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Okay. But he's just gonna walk across the room to the corner where there's kind of a hole in the wall going on. Be out there. Just through the hole. Don't worry, it's all like covered back there. This is behind the house. No one can see it or anything. No one's back there. Or anything.
It's
just...
number 2.
Okay. Mom, give us a couple minutes. Okay, come follow me. Really do. Out behind the house where the pee hole was going to, and out in, and just kind of just like, you see that kind of, it's the outhouse right there. The reason why we only do the number 2s in it is just because the number 1s tend to make the wood rot. I'm just gonna walk away.
D&D is a game where you spend a lot of time world building and planning encounters, and then your players ask you where to shit. And then you have to come up with an answer.
Which then one of your other players makes up on the spot.
So Tradj doesn't actually have to use the restroom.
Yeah,
He's
I figured.
just trying to get out of that interaction.
Do you need
He's just
any-
going to stand outside.
Yeah, fair. Absolutely.
Walk back in. I showed him to the back where, it was a number 2. He lied the first time.
I heard.
Oh, before sitting up, you promise you're not gonna kill me if I sit down?
No, I'm not going to kill you for sitting down, Bryce.
Can Tradj listen through the hole?
Yeah. Yes, you can. I'm not going to make you roll a perception check, but yes, you can.
I'll go and sit down. So what was the bag for?
Well, you were out searching for your father, and I was about to go do the same. I actually need to send somebody out to go track down... Listen, I
can do it.
No.
I've gotten pretty good at it.
I sent Yoggle out to look for you.
Oh gosh, how long ago was that?
Couple days. I need to send somebody to bring it back now. And I was about to go.
Who's been taking the kids to school?
Well, we've had to. It's been at a single location for the past week while I've tried to sort this out in Wendleton. I mean, he's been doing the job.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there. He's been doing Wendleton things. And it's just for a week. It was supposed to just be for a week.
Farrah's there still, right? I mean, she can be pretty. She
Yeah,
can usually
yeah.
keep them in check.
Yeah, I try to
keep Wendleton in check.
Yeah, I think with both of them, we've got one teacher between the two of them, and they balance each other out. It's just I haven't been able to. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you, Bryce. But I was gonna go try to find your father.
Mm-hmm.
I had heard that Black Eye was in town, and he was in port, and I was gonna go talk to him and try to. But that's not.
Well, we can go talk to him together. I
We-
love
we
Black
need-
Eye, and my friends haven't met him yet.
We need to talk about other things first, Bryce.
Okay.
What do you know about Baz?
I mean, I know he was a Buckland. I know he looks a lot like Dad,
Yeah.
and that he used to be Aqua.
Yeah, that you hit a lot of the high notes there. So yeah, first, I guess it's my turn to apologize to you, but you have an uncle. Surprise.
Well, where is he?
Probably the same place where your father is right now, if it's anything to go off of. Let me start from the beginning a little bit here. So, Baz isn't just your father's brother. He's your father's twin.
Dad had a twin the whole time?
Yeah. But by the time you came along, Baz was kind of long out of the picture. I've told you how your father and I met before, right? You
Yeah.
know the story.
Big pirate adventure. You went
Yeah.
off, saved the day, and you had to constantly clean up after him and save him from all the different pirates and everything.
Yeah. Well, when we got back from that first adventure, your dad was so excited he couldn't stop talking about it, and he talked day and night to Baz about it. And the two of them grew up on the streets here, and Baz always wanted to be a pirate. Your dad always wanted to be, he became an investigator, a pretty darn good one at that.
Mm-hmm.
But Baz always wanted to be on the seas. And when he heard that your father had done all of that with me, he got jealous, but also inspired. And not even a week later, he was aboard a ship, snuck aboard Black Eye's ship, actually, and joined up. Originally, Black Eye was going to toss him overboard, but your father was able to convince him not to.
Oh, good. If he's with Black Eye, it should be fine, right?
Well, he was for a time. This was a long time ago,
Oh.
Bryce. This was long before you were around. This was right after your father and I met and started to become, before we got married.
Okay.
But your father and Baz were inseparable for a while in growing up, and when he heard that your father and I were getting married, and that Ben was your father was taking my name, Baz insisted on taking it too. Buckland clan is always growing, so
Yeah.
of course, we took him in, but he couldn't stay on shore for long. He was always going out to sea, always going out to the ocean, always getting into trouble. And your dad was always there getting him out of it. And they kind of worked well together like that.
Mm.
Your father he's a good man. Baz was good too, just a little rougher around the edges. But he was also, just like your dad, darn good at what he did. And before long, he was Black Eye's first mate. And before long, he had his own ship. Wow. Right? And when the gosh, it feels so weird talking about it now. I haven't thought about this kind of stuff in this way in a while, but when the Crystal Queen was stepping down as the Pirate Queen, there was a vacancy. And at that point, it was either Baz or it was going to be Ella. And for my money, it was going to be Baz. But then something strange happened one day. We got news that Baz's ship, the Spice of Life, washed up in pieces on the shore of Prism Point. And Baz's crew washed up on the shore of Prison Point. But Baz wasn't among them. All of them accounted for except for Baz. And a year later, this new member of the brigade shows up, Aqua, and always armored, always face covered, but I mean, a satyr can recognize another satyr when they're, even if they're trying to hide it. It's in the walk, the gait, the heavy footsteps. I mean, it's hard to.
Yeah, I had to have special shoes made for me during the trip.
Wow. But we knew. And we never knew why until recently. Right around the time that you were born, suddenly Aqua disappeared. And we got a letter in the mail from Baz. Baz this time, not Aqua. And at first we thought he heard about you and it was coming to, that he left that life to be with the family. But I don't think that was it. Him and your father started talking again, and before that it was lighthearted, it was fun, it was Baz got in trouble, your father got him out, but now there was a wild bent to it. Baz had talked about things that he had found out in the brigade, things that he had found out before he joined the brigade, that there's something strange going on in the waters around here, in the shipments and in the movements around here. Your father was investigating some of this stuff for a while, and I think that's your father and Baz were investigating these things. A lot of strange items making their way into the Empire under the guise of other shipments, disguised as food, trinkets, wares, but guarding something more sinister. And your father and Baz were trying to put those pieces together, and that's when they went missing.
Do you know where these letters are that they were sending back and forth? Like, did Dad maybe keep around letters from Baz?
She looks over at the pack that she had tucked away. I have some of them. I think your father kept some of them on his person. What I have here with me.
Can I read those?
Bryce, you can't go looking for your father.
Well, I already have been. And I've been...
If they were strong enough to take your father and Baz, Bryce, I can't lose you too.
And I'm just supposed to lose you?
No. But I don't know what else I can do at this point.
Well, why don't we work on it together? I feel like with what you know and what I know, and if we both go to Black Eye together, I think this is a good idea.
Roll a persuasion check.
No. Do I re-roll that?
Cream and sugar?
No.
Okay.
Just black, thank you.
All right.
Do I re-roll it if it hit another dice before it stopped rolling?
No, as long as it ended up right side up.
Okay.
Sucks to suck.
Well, I mean, still 17 plus 10, but...
Okay.
The 17?
Okay. You are your father's son. And the more that I'm hearing about what you've done, I'm worried there's a lot of Baz in you, too.
I will say I did maybe sign myself up to be the next Aqua, because I thought it could get a lot of information and get an in.
Bryce, Buckland.
Yeah.
What have you done?
I figured the closer I could get to where Baz was, the more I can get in-depth information. And I haven't agreed to it yet. This is a lead.
Oh, Bryce. Who have you been talking? You said you were talking to Hickory.
I've talked to Hickory, I've talked to Onyx, I've talked to Pearl, I've talked to the Emperor, I've talked to... I'm going to go off on a list. Coral. Talked to Coral. I think she's new. Yeah, a quick list of every Lustrous Brigade member that we have had face-to-face conversation with, as well as the Emperor. It was actually the Emperor that offered it.
We didn't really talk to Onyx, though.
Yeah,
Bryce,
that's true, Onyx isn't
Bryce. I love you. I don't know how to say this, but you're have dealt with very dangerous people.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to promise me that you're not going to do anything like this in the future. I can't. I will go talk to Black Eye with you, but you have to agree to stop.
Mom, I can't do that until we find Dad. The Buckland clan is stronger together, not separated.
Okay. You've kept him safe so far?
Honestly?
Has a single hair on my boy's head been harmed?
Not as such.
I'm gonna yell through the pee hole. Maybe a single one.
Oh, he hasn't been around for most of the time, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. I've actually done most of
Your son is
standing and
very
watching in the group.
capable.
Yes.
If he gets hurt, I will hunt each of you down and kill you.
Valid. Yeah.
She does mean
And
that.
then I'll kill you.
Oh, come on. I just said the Buckle clan stronger together. I know.
And look, you're right. Maybe I'm just going crazy as I get older, but fine. We'll go together.
Really?
Yes, Bryce.
Buckland family investigation time?
Oh.
Yeah!
Don't make me change my mind, Bryce.
No, this is gonna be really great.
Okay.
We're gonna find Dad, we're gonna find Baz, we're gonna be one big Buckland clan again.
I hope so.
Tradj is gonna re-enter.
Hi.
That's
you-
quite the shit.
He doesn't usually talk like that, I promise.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Shall we?
So we're going to see Black Eye right now?
I mean, I would prefer if maybe we sit down for a little bit, take a load off.
Oh, that's a good idea, I guess. We have just kind of been moving.
Should we give her...
Oh, yes, of course. I know what'll make you feel even better. And I'm going to turn around in my bag and I'm going to pull out the whole pirate suit that I bought.
We got a receipt.
It's for you!
Bryce, how? What?
I've gotten money.
How did you afford this, Bryce?
I've been doing a lot.
Where did you?
We've been helping a lot of people, and surprisingly, people in other places of the world actually give you money for doing things for them. Did you know that?
Okay, you know your father and I were talking about getting you an allowance. This is we're stretched thin.
Well, I
Okay.
wanted to show you that I can provide for myself. You don't need to worry. And I got this for you.
Thank you, Bryce. I don't know what to say.
Try it on.
She takes the hat. Ta-da!
Wow, you look like a real pirate. Do you love it? I was thinking about your and Dad's adventure when I got it.
I love it, Bryce.
Oh, I told you she'd like it. And I got myself this. But my old telescope.
Okay, yeah.
Can I sleight of hand the gift receipt to her?
Yeah. Roll sleight of hand
Sure.
against
If Bryce
Bryce's
sees it, that
passive.
doesn't actu-
Yeah.
I was about to say, which passive is it? I got a few pretty
Probably
good.
perception, right?
Yeah, you can
Then 16.
test it. Passive.
I got exactly 16.
Okay, so yeah, you beat his DC.
Okay.
She kind of
So distracted by
takes it
myself.
from you and just like gives you a wink.
I've been the crust. Yeah. You've probably been by.
Yeah. Thank you, Bryce.
I'm so happy you like them.
Of course. You always give the best gifts. You know that.
Thanks.
And look, I gotta say, I am proud of you for making some friends.
Thank you. I was really nervous at first. I kind of put on you know how Dad puts on fake voices sometimes when he's like,
Gosh, I hate
Trying-
that so much.
well, I guess, I mean, I did, I don't know. I feel like it sounds pretty cool when you
No,
do it.
oh no, honey,
I've
no.
been-
It's so great when you do it. No.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. Because I was doing that when I met them, actually. And see, I made friends.
Uh-huh.
Although Miss Saoirse has been working with me on,
He can
That-
be more authentic.
Yes.
I think.
Well, let me hear one of them.
Hello,
Ooh.
I'm Bryce. Bryce Buckland.
Wow. Yeah.
That's what. Yeah,
Wow.
I use that one a lot.
Yeah. It sounds gruff.
Yeah.
So,
See, yeah, really, I felt like I
Uh-huh.
really seemed a lot older and
Yeah,
a lot more
wow.
menacing.
Yeah.
I was trying to really.
very intimidating.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. See, I told you guys it's useful.
Yeah.
If you thought that was good, he does a great Eden.
Who is Eden?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, is that another one of your friends
Nope.
that you've made?
Well,
This last time we kind of
We were
talked
kind
to
of
him a little
friends
bit
last
last time.
time.
We've crossed paths a couple of times.
Okay.
acquaintances.
I will
Okay.
quickly impersonate Eden, just but say like, "Hoo-dee doo, I'm Eden."
Wow.
Yeah. That was
That
almost
is-
exactly.
And I can
Incredible.
even do, and then I'm gonna imitate the voice of the Emperor. Just be, hello, whatever the voice of the Emperor was, I can't
Yeah,
remember, but
Who is? That's the Emperor.
oh yeah, that's the Emperor.
Oh,
And then I
never
can
heard him
do
speak
Hickory's
before.
voice. I've gotten really good at
yeah.
impersonating voices.
Yeah, I can tell. Way to go, Bryce. No, you've always been the performer in the family.
Yeah.
Her little theater kid.
We've always been so proud of you.
I've been messing with disguises too. So, I've gotten
Oh.
pretty good with my investigator
is that
skills.
The hat you've got there?
Oh, well, I
It's-
bought this one. My disguise hat, though, and I'm going to quickly just pull out the bad-looking
Yeah.
sailor hat.
Wow, you look just like one of Black Eye's crew. Wow.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought, too. That's what I was aiming for.
Ahoy there.
Ahoy there.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll just start pulling out trinkets that I've collected.
This was a great show and tell moment.
Yes.
It's good to have you back. It's
I got this, and I got this. I got the sword, and pull out the liaison's edge.
will you stay here for the night at least, Bryce?
Well, when are we going to talk to Black Eye?
I
heard he's hanging out at the Krusty Barnacle, so
Yeah, no, we can definitely.
probably
'Cause
go this evening.
if
but-
we're gonna be finding Dad together, we gotta stick together.
Yeah,
And I don't have another home here, so
true. I mean, if-
I don't
Tradj
want
and
to
I
go
can
and stay
find
with
an-
Wendleton. No, you're
and-
welcome to stay here.
thought
The
you-
Bugwood
yeah, you
Home's
don't
open
wanna-
to all friends.
I wouldn't want
Is
to.
there-
we've got a spare.
Yeah.
I'll
Pull
sleep
back a
outside.
curtain.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
more
okay.
comfortable.
Okay, they usually dump the sewage at night, so you may want to
Yeah,
be
that's
careful where
also
you
why
lie
we
down.
Do the number 2 there. Can't
Yeah.
smell it.
Yeah, but you're welcome to. I mean, when plenty of people do, but
We can have a sleepover.
I'll sleep outside.
okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. The stars are wonderful at night. You can see.
You have a
Some of
clothespin?
Sure. What do you need it for?
Something for my nose.
Yeah, absolutely. You get used to it. I mean, it's like honestly, it grows on
It's
you.
fine.
Yeah.
It's like when you have a cat and you go nose blind to the litter.
Yeah, exactly. But for this, it's like dead fish and
Raw human waste.
yeah.
Mm.
I would,
Humanoid waste.
I would
Sorry.
prefer not to get used to it.
All right, your loss. Nothing like the crisp port de Chauny air.
Ain't that right? I
Yeah.
think so. There are flying ships around. Like, the boats?
I
That
know.
put them in the air. They do that. It's crazy.
I know.
Magic is wild.
I've
I've
s-
learned a lot about magic.
I mean, I've seen a couple of them come by at the reach, flying up to the reaches sometimes, but like not that often,
Wow, they're making their way here now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, anyway, you didn't get on one of them, did you?
There was one we
I
got
don't
on.
trust anything
I-
bigger than a bird that gets in
And
the air.
that's what I was
Mhm.
saying the whole
Mhm.
time. And it was a
Mhm.
completely different feeling, being on the water, and
If-
you fall off.
If satyrs were meant to fly, we'd have wings.
Exactly. That is what I said. I was trying to. Everyone acted like it was super normal, but I knew that was weird.
That levitating. You just did a levitating thing.
I did. I can do some magic. I got fun boots, and I'll click my heels together and start awkwardly just floating.
I don't even know what to say. I'm not gonna be able to keep you in one place anymore, am I?
Never.
I have to tie a weight around your ankle so you can't fly away.
Click heels and land back on the ground. Please don't do that. I'm sorry. Okay.
So, what would you like to do at this point? You are.
I mean, I think Bryce is wanting to just stay with Judy and continue his show and tell.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is doing anything differently.
About what time is it?
It's getting into the afternoon at this point,
Okay.
so Judy was saying that most likely you'd be heading to talk to Black Eye in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to just wait out until then, we can do that.
Yeah.
Tradj, anything you would like to do? Are you cool with that?
Hey, Bryce, don't forget your glasses. And I'm going to point to the corner.
Oh gosh. Look at Judy as I pick him up.
Hold on. Let me see him.
Okay.
Now, what do these do?
They make you go invisible, but they also blind you at the same time.
Bryce.
What?
That's so dangerous.
But but the thing is, it saves me from danger because I go invisible. I was doing pretty well sneaking away from them earlier with them.
Only use these in a pinch if you have to. That's extremely dangerous, Bryce.
Oh, but I actually fell on my face with them earlier, and they didn't even
That's
break.
not good. That's the exact
They're
reason why
really
you shouldn't.
sturdy. Oh, that's fair, I guess. That's it's okay. One of our friends who will be back on another day, she can let me see
You
through her
have
mind.
more friends?
Yeah, we have 2 more
Through,
friends.
wait, no, what? No.
Yeah,
oh.
no, and one of them can project her vision
Bryce, the more
into
you
my
got it,
eyes.
please stop telling me these things.
Okay.
All right. I think it's getting to be that time. Do you want to?
That time, yeah. It is that time.
Okay. So she opens the door and leads you out into the streets, and down further, closer to the docks. So where you are right now, you're kind of closer up against the cliff face that the crust sits upon, you go out more towards the docks, and she leads you. And as you get, further and further in, it gets foggier and mistier. And you eventually come upon a dilapidated isn't the right word, because it's not really dilapidated. It just kind of, it gives the impression of it, but when you actually look at it closer, it's pretty well crafted out of bits of like driftwood, like bits of flotsam kind of fitted together, so that like one piece that's maybe a little bit warped and deformed is buttressed by another piece that kind of slots into it, like almost Tetris like, in a convenient way to support it and keep it sturdy. This kind of building that it's not large, but it is definitely larger than your home, Bryce. And a sign hangs from it with an image of a ship on it, and the ship has just one giant barnacle on the side.
That's really cool.
And then inside of that barnacle is written "The Krusty Barnacle."
Is it a real barnacle or?
You know what? Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a actual barnacle
Do they
adhered
have
to
to
the
feed
sign.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They feed it the leftovers at night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sprinkle
that thing looks
salt
bigger
water
than
on it.
last time I
Yeah.
saw it.
Occasionally, someone comes out and sprays it down a little bit. Just but you walk in, and a little bell kind of tinkles as you walk in, and it is cozy in here. Warm, damp. The moisture outside, as well crafted as the building kind of seems to be, there are still gaps in the wood, so any moisture outside also makes it inside, so there's this kind of pervading like dampness and just faint scent of mildew about.
Basement.
Yeah. But you walk in, and there's a handful of people sitting around some tables. Bryce, you immediately recognize Black Eye, this hulking giant of a man that is sitting in a normal sized chair. Looks like an adult sitting in a kid's chair at a kid's table. Just cannonballs for forearms. Just sitting there with a giant scruffy black beard. And kind of almost like a bowling pin in shape, right? Just a massive
Just a bowling pin with two cannonballs.
yeah. But he is having a lively conversation with a few other pirates at the table with him, and they're mostly the only people in the place right now. There's a couple people off to the side, one or two well into their cups at this point. One person passed out, the other person 90% of the way there.
Black Eye! Hey, Captain! Walking in. Hey!
Is that?
It's me!
Could it be?
It's me!
Come here!
I'm gonna run up.
Bryce.
I'm getting a lot of hugs. This is great for him.
There's plenty to go around. You want one?
Go and get a book.
Come here, and he wraps an arm around you and he
Awkward.
yanks you in.
What's he smell
Not
like?
much of a hugger.
Okay, all right.
What's he smell like?
Ale mostly right
Cool.
now, yeah. A hint of ale, just like cheap perfume, just kind of barely, faintly.
Like an Axe body spray? Or
Yeah, just wafting off of the beard slightly.
an Anchor body spray?
You don't have a lick of rum, do you?
I don't have a lick. I got the whole thing.
No.
He's like, what do you want? It's on me tonight.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
I'll
Thank
turn-
you.
All right.
Can I see the bartender from here? Who's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bartender?
Bartender tonight would be Norma.
Norma?
Yeah.
Norma, is she, what? Is she?
Norma Brogue. They are,
Tell me about Norma.
yeah. So they are just a halfling kind of, you know Norma.
Yeah.
They are kind of timid, tend to kind of fade into the background amidst the gregariousness of the pirates in here, but they're always kind of underfoot bussing tables, getting things out of the way. Typically, dressed in kind of these blocked pastel colors with this heavily stained black apron over the top that kind of protects the the colorful garb underneath.
I want to like flag Norma, like Norma, I'm back. I'll have my usual.
1 tall glass of milk coming up.
Yep.
Oh.
Norma was the first person to turn me on to milk. First time I came in here.
Finest milk in the business
did you throw
here.
Up then too?
Oh, everybody froze up the first time.
Yeah.
Well, Bryce has gone beyond the first time.
Oh, well,
That's just because no one else had as good of milk as you, Norma.
Clearly. The milk in the countryside's all weird.
Yeah, it tasted weird. It was different.
You gotta have the stomach for it. This is the good stuff.
Mm-hmm,
Keep you right.
Good old crusty barnacle milk. Doesn't get any better than that.
Coming right up.
From the barnacle outside.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Judy says, just a water for me. Two of you, anything? No.
I'll just stick to some of Black Eye's rum.
Okay. Yeah, Black Eye like slams down like this like stereotypical like hooch bottle that's got the X's on it. Yeah. The whole, but yeah, he says, pull up a chair.
I immediately do.
I look around for live entertainment.
There's surprisingly not anything at the moment, though you do see somebody with like a briefcase, like kind of a like a box set up at one of the tables. It's still a little bit early in the night, so nobody's really started up the entertainment yet. But you see, I'd say half orc sitting at one of the tables with a drink, and he's got the suitcase next to him. Okay. Yeah. Black Eye looks at you and says, "Oh, feels like it's been ages."
It's been about a month.
Has it been?
It has. That whistle.
No offense, Judy, but Bryce, you're my favorite Buckland.
No, you're my favorite pirate.
Well, I better be.
I've been putting everything you taught me. I've been using it. I can tell you.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
The three of you, or the two of you, Bryce, you know this, but Black Eye has one eye that is, good, that is lively and expressive, and then another one that is, he doesn't wear an eye patch per se, but the other eye is just kind of dark and black, and doesn't, the iris and the pupil kind of blend together into this dark, just almost lifeless looking eye that doesn't seem to track completely with the other one, but the smile creeps up to his eyes, the crow's feet, and though his hair is dark and black, you can tell there is a weathered age to this man. He carries himself like a much younger man, but up close you can tell he's getting on in years. But he looks at you, Bryce, and says, "What brings you out here tonight, Bryce? You working? Getting some hours in, getting some coppers in the old pocket."
Well, you know it, and as you know, we've actually, I'll kind of look at Judy and see what does she look like right now.
She looks like she's just carefully eyeing the situation. She's letting you kind of take the lead a little bit. She looks over at you and kind of gives you a nod, like she wants to see what you can do a little bit.
Yeah. Well, as you know, before I left, I was looking for, my dad, where he disappeared off to. We've gotten some leads, and actually, my friends, my mom and I here, we were wondering if you could help us figure this out.
What kind of leads you talking about, Bryce?
Well, and I'll recount the
Yeah,
bad everything just to avoid all the conversation, but yeah.
Yeah, when you say the name Baz, he kind of like his expression changes a little bit. Baz, you say?
Mm-hmm. Well, now he spent some time with you. He became your first mate.
Aye, he did. He was finest pirate I've ever seen. Don't tell Ella I said that.
Of course not. Of course not. She'd probably bite my head off.
Finest pirate I've ever seen. It's a shame. But you say he's gone missing again. I didn't know he was back, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, apparently around 10 years ago was when he came back.
10 years and not a word told Black Eye.
You haven't seen anything from him since?
No, can't say I have.
Anything about, like... Have you seen, like, an increase in maybe, like... Because we heard also that maybe Baz and my dad were, sending letters back and forth about some weird movements, packages going through the waters.
Now that rings a bell. Your father was poking his nose into our business every time we were into port, asking us questions. What have you seen recently? Any strange movements? Any strange shipments that you've come across? That you've picked up on? And yes, there has been some weird things going on, and I told him as much, but I didn't have any specifics. As to suspicions. Weird movements of the breakwaters recently. Strange activity. Strange things. Rumors of odd ships carrying odd shipments in them. You know the type.
Oh, we've seen some odd shipments. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the term corporum?
Yes, actually. We just recently came across that term.
Well, I hear there's a lot of items coming through what actually are carrying little relics. Pieces of this strange material called corporum. What it is, I don't know. I just know it's powerful, valuable. Stuff that's bound for the Emperor, or at least Alavast.
Do you know if they're docking anywhere near here to drop off these shipments, or?
I don't know of any in town at the moment, but I have a sneaking suspicion. Want to know what it is?
Yes. I love sneaking suspicions.
Well, buy me a drink and maybe I'll tell you.
You drive a hard bargain, Black Eye. Let's get this guy another round.
Fill her up, and he holds out the jug, and Norma comes scampering over and is like, "Are you gonna pay this time?" I always pay. Black Eye's always good for it. Put it on my tab.
Yeah.
You know I'm good for it, Bryce.
Yeah, you can always trust my good friend Black Eye.
Wait, I thought you were buying the drink. Why is it going on Black Eye's tab?
Oh, drink's on me.
Oh, okay.
It's going on my tab.
I'm really confused.
Black Eye likes to, I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing. Sometimes he jokingly has other people order his drinks, but he always covers it every time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, you know.
You know I'm good for it.
Yeah. Everyone knows he's good for it.
Okay.
But I must say, times are hard, Bryce. Getting harder. This shipment thing, I don't know the specifics of it. Your father, he's always trying to untie some proverbial knot. What I know is what I've seen. And these breakwaters, you know the breakwaters, right?
Yes. The shady pirates. The pirates aren't not like you.
Don't give them the name pirate. They don't deserve it.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Crooked bunch. That's coming from me. They've gotten active recently. roll a history check for me. Reroll that.
Went from a 1 to a 2.
Hey!
let's see
For a
it.
total of
4.
Saoirse's just completely zoning out.
Yeah.
Not paying attention at all.
You know the breakwaters, right?
Yeah.
Don't lie to me, kid.
I'm sorry. It's been a minute. I got confused.
Never lie to a pirate.
You're right. You've always been able to tell.
And if you are, do it with
well.
a straight face.
Do it straight.
Yeah, do it well. Yeah, whatever. I see.
Tell us about them.
Yeah, the breakwaters. They fancy themselves pirates, pilfering people from our crews, offering them exorbitant sums of money, sometimes even ships, stealing them away from us, interfering with what we've got. We've got a good thing going. But these breakwaters, they want it for themselves. Coming into our territory, interfering with our routes, interfering with our claims. Used to be they just got into our waters. We'd exchange a few cannon fire, maybe cut a few throats. We'd be on our way. But now, they've gotten cocky. Usually we shoot a few, they scurry, scamper, and fly away to whatever holes they hide away in. But lately, they've shown up in larger numbers than before, with better ships, better weapons. I don't know where it's coming from, but they've taken out a few people in the pirate groups.
No.
Yes. There's some pressure on Ella to have a response prepared. But it's dire times. Dire times indeed.
Have you heard anything from Captain Ella?
No. And that's the concerning thing. I'm sure she's got something up her sleeve, but I don't know what, and if she's got something, she's keeping it close to the vest. Not telling old Black Eye anything. But I think, you want to know what I think.
What do you think?
You know what I think?
I love knowing what you
I think these shipments and these breakwaters, I think they're related. I have a hunch. And maybe whatever took your father away from you is tied up in this.
And every hunch needs a good investigator.
Exactly. But
That old adage.
everybody's always saying that.
It's a lot of straight investigators.
It's a common saying on the waters. Out
It's
in
just,
the
just
ocean.
like, I don't. This is clearly way beyond anything I know.
There's so much.
Tradj is just tongue
She's just
deep in a
completely
bottle
thinking
of
that these are.
Tongue deep. Ooh.
Just like,
like an anteater.
Lapping it up.
Okay, sorry, I need to interrupt for just a moment. You said something about tongues, and now I have to tell you about this really great Tumblr post
Do you?
that Neil Gaiman said.
okay, yeah, do share.
Somebody sent him an ask on Tumblr and was like, hey, there's a SAG-AFTRA strike going on, and nobody's, like, paying attention to them or coming, or, like, meeting their demands or anything, and it's been peaceful so far. Do you think that it might escalate into being a riot in the French way? Obviously mean, like,
Yeah.
fire,
Yeah.
flames, violence.
Yeah, Dragon Force.
And Neil Gaiman said, you mean with tongues?
Nice. Hell yeah.
Since tongues was brought up.
Yeah, since
Yeah.
tongues was brought up, I had to share that a little bit. I'm obsessed. Anyway.
I'm glad you shared that.
Yeah, I'm glad I could.
Well, if you want, me and my friends can investigate this,
Aye.
and we can maybe talk to. And if I'm being honest, I've actually kind of been meaning to find wherever Captain Ella is, because I have business with her.
Interesting. Now, how do you propose you go speak to Ella? What do you want from me?
Do you know where she is?
I assume atop her throne,
Mm-hmm.
at the center of the pirate city.
Oh, right. And that is...
Bryce.
I'm sorry, no one tells me these things. I thought the whole point was that it was a secret.
Bryce. Of course you don't know.
Oh,
We'll never tell you where it
You,
is.
you are always pulling one over on me, Black Eye.
And I never will.
Oh. Really? Even if I... Please?
No,
Oh.
you're not a pirate. I'm sorry.
And what exactly? I want to sit up straighter in my more, like, aqua-y armor and things.
Yeah.
And what exactly keeps me from... And I want to actually impersonate his voice here. I'm honestly really bad at impersonating Black Eye's voice, so I'm not going to. But I want...
I mean, you have the actor feed.
I have... I just mean me as a...
yeah.
Arg, what keeps me from being a pirate, hey?
It's not the voice that makes a pirate.
Then what is it?
But being on a pirate crew. What else?
Well, I mean, can I join your crew?
No.
Oh,
You're too young.
I know, you always say that.
Yes. You gotta get your sea legs under you. Get a
I've
little
been
bit
on
more
a ship
salt.
in the air.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I know. I hated it too.
Oh.
I keep forgetting to...
Foul things.
Foul, bad.
A perversion of the ship.
I
The ship is a
agree,
mighty
that's
vessel
what I
that should
said.
remain on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Float on the currents of the ocean, not in the currents of the air. Foul magics allow for that sort of thing. No. No, indeed.
I'm gonna go check out that half work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of go up to him and say, oh, hey, are you the entertainment for this evening?
Oh, yeah.
May I ask what you're playing?
Right now, the old ale.
Right.
Yeah. No, you're talking about
Yeah, instrument.
this thing.
Yeah.
A fiddle, personally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I've always found that so tricky because there's no frets on the neck of it.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, the positions are quite difficult.
Yeah. But what can I say? I'm a pro.
All right.
I'm not. I just picked it up here and there.
Well,
You know, I've
that's
been playing the circuits around Port de Chaume for a
Yeah.
while now.
Like how honest he is. Very upfront.
Yeah. That's about it.
I mean, you don't get into a place like this because you're a professional, right? But it's fine. You know, grub's good enough. I get a free drink every time.
All right.
You know, a couple coppers makes it go down a little smoother.
Yeah.
What are you? Another?
Oh well, I mean,
You play something?
I'm not scheduled to play here or anything, but I do bagpipes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, exotic.
I've brought the house down in a couple places.
Hey, literally, or
Almost.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's pretty cool. I would love to hear it sometime.
Oh yeah, sure.
I don't think I've ever heard bagpipes before.
Really?
No.
Not proper.
No.
Oh. They're quite loud.
I know that
to
much.
get
I
permission
heard that.
from the establishment to do that.
Yeah, you got any favorite songs?
Oh goodness. Well, do you know this one? And she takes out like the practice chanter.
Yeah.
Not the full, full like bagpipes, but like the little quiet one. And let's see, what's she gonna play? Why have I got Boulevard of Broken Dreams on the brain?
What a
So
rip!
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Play a little bit of that.
Starts nodding along. He's like, "Yeah, no, okay, yeah."
You know that one?
I've heard it before.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
He kicks the trunk, and as he kicks it, there's a handle on it, and the handle actually falls forward, and a little pedal comes out, and he steps on the pedal. The trunk swings open, and the fiddle just like, you can see a little contraption. It's on like a little spring, and it just like, and he just like
So
sticks his
extra.
arm out and just like grabs it. He's like,
Not a
Wonderful.
professional.
like,
Where did you get that?
made it myself.
Oh, you did it!
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
I like to bury the lead on my true talents a little bit. I've got a bit of a flair. What
Not
can I
a
say?
professional.
It's pulling
Let's
your
hear
leg a
ya.
little
Let's
bit.
hear ya.
Humility and a little bit. Yeah, but keep playing. I'm gonna try to keep
so
pace.
She keeps playing.
Okay. He's gonna try to perform with you.
Should I roll as well?
Yeah, if you want to roll
Yeah.
a performance check. That was cocked.
I don't know. I'm not very good at that.
Yeah, really weak performance modifier.
Oops.
His fingers are so large.
Yeah.
Is it like a regular size fiddle?
Yeah. Just
It's
like.
not even big for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
no.
like just a regular one. He's like,
Oh, that's too bad.
roll a natural one.
Oh, no.
No, hold on. Wait, no. I got.
That's a 17 plus 9.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like. He sounds better by association, but he's like, hold on, give me 1 second. No, this doesn't normally happen. Hold on. He pulls out a cord from the tip of the fiddle and latches it around like a little spring, or like a little spooled up cord at the end. Latches it around, turns it into like a little harness, and sweeps it around, and it flips around his back. He's like, hold on 1 second, and he pulls out like a little nail file, and he sharpens the nails on the tip of his fingers. He's like, these darn strings are just so hard to play with these big old clumsy fingers of mine. Sorry. Wait, no. I have to do this so I can actually get the strings right. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Flips the trunk back down. Brings it back, and you see there's actually like one extra little tuning knob on the end, and he flicks that, and then the strap just whips back into the end of it. And
That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
some people tell me I'm better at the little contraptions than I am at the actual playing of the stuff. But hey, do what you love, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right? Please, I need. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was just going to say, I mean, you've already got such good tinkering abilities. Have you thought of making a bigger violin? I suppose it would be a viola at that point, but.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is like the classification side of things. Like, how do I? But no, I've thought about it. I've actually I've been working on something bigger.
Oh.
It's not ready for prime time yet. But you want to take a look at something?
I would love to.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
He takes the trunk and he flips it over to the other side,
Christ.
and he like slams one corner of it, and then that side flings open, and two straps pop out, and he like he pulls out the straps and he kind of puts it on his back like a backpack. He's like, all right, check this out, and he like opens up a secret flap on the side, and like some cymbals pop out, and he opens up another secret flap on the other side, and like a little accordion kind of style thing pops out, and like he reaches behind him and he pulls up this sliding thing here, and like a whole washboard pops out.
He's a whole band.
You're a one-man band.
I know. I've never seen anybody do it like this before.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh.
See, with bagpipes, I mean, that occupies your whole everything.
Right.
You gotta be squeezing, you gotta be fingering, you gotta be blowing.
The whole 9 yards. Yeah. The full Monty. We call that.
What were those? Squeezing, fingering, and blowing?
Squeezing, fingering, and blowing.
You
All at
gotta
the
do
same
all of
time.
them, triple
Yeah.
Wow.
You do them all right, and you'll have them sitting in the palm of your hand. Yeah.
Oh goodness. But yeah, multitasking.
Yeah.
Great.
It sounds really bad right now, which is why I said I'm still working on it.
Yeah,
But
practice.
yeah, I think I'll get thrown out if I try it right now. I stick to the
That's
fiddle for now until I get this but I always love showing this thing
That's
off.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That'll be great when it's done.
Yeah. But you want to give it another go with the.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Okay,
Let's try it
okay.
again now that you've filed your nails. A bit.
Yeah. That was what was holding me back. Okay, much better.
I was really hoping for another one.
Yeah.
So 15 plus 9.
This was a dirty 20.
Cool.
So,
All right.
Yeah.
Start jamming.
Yeah, so you jam, and he's picking it up this time, and the numerous flubs that he made before he is no longer making. He's keeping pace.
Warm up too.
Yeah. He's
gotta
even
warm
doing
up.
a little bit of improvisation around
Cool,
it too. Yeah,
cool.
getting a little fancy with it. Yeah. So now there's a delightful ambiance in the
Is still Boulevard
The bar.
Broken Dreams?
Yeah, we're probably gonna play a couple other punk standards
Sure.
coming up here pretty soon if we both know like the chord progressions and things like that.
Yeah,
We'll see
yeah.
how it goes.
He's like, hold on 1 second. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
And then he reaches and he pulls out another. He's put the suitcase on the ground again, and he reaches it and unlocks another. Like there's like a knob, like the locks on the side, the latches.
I thought of selling those.
He twists one of the latches to the side, and up pops like this, like the top unfolds, and up pops like a little tip jar. He's like, yeah. To be honest with you, I didn't take any notes when I built this thing. I don't know how I did it.
It's too bad.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh well.
But
one
it
of a
makes me
kind.
one of a kind.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus, I don't want anybody else like running the same circuit as me, like stealing my venues. I feel like I got a good thing going right now.
You do.
Yeah.
All right. So we just keep jamming. You guys do your lore.
You do your important things. We're jamming over
Important
here.
story progression. I'm talking to every bard I meet.
Yeah. Honestly, it's important.
Very valid.
you know?
So I think so.
Yeah. So back to you two and Black Eye. So he has just told you no because you're not a pirate.
Well, I'll drop the voice. Okay, I mean, I understand. I would never want to disrespect you guys. I would only want to be called a pirate if I really earned it. Do you, though, just for the sake of helping us both out here? I'm trying to get to Captain Ella for my own reasons and to solve these things. You're trying to get word out to Captain Ella to help your own trade and things. Can we help each other out here? I may not be able to ride on your ship, but do you know a ship?
No. No non-pirates allowed. You know the rules as well as anybody else, Bryce.
Well, what about any non-pirate ships?
None that know how to get to the island.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, if you were a pirate, maybe. But you're not.
Well, how do I become a pirate?
Well, you join a pirate crew.
Okay,
You get
but-
some evidence that you're part of a crew. Some signifier. All of my crew wear my insignia. The dark eye of Black Eye.
Would this count? And I kind of just like, because I have the tiara on.
Right.
Can I like kind of give it a little like knock here and be like, this was kind of what. This is kind of why I'm going to see Captain Ella. Does this count?
Where did you get that?
Where did I get that? It was Mallory that gave it. Was it Mallory that gave it to me?
Hmm.
Who was it?
No, it was
I can't remember now.
gosh, what was their name? My own NPCs.
Was it the tea house person? It was the tea house person.
Nope.
No? That's right, it was before.
It was
I literally forget where this came from.
what's their name? Drow. That you
Oh, munchy face.
yes. Shark
It's
Drow.
not their face, but
Oh,
Shark Drow.
whoa. Celia.
Celia.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yes.
Okay. Celia gave it, and Celia, part of Captain Ella's crew.
You best not be telling me fibs.
I would never. I've never fibbed to you once in my life.
Show me. Give it here.
You literally did previously. Though.
Do you promise to give it back?
On my word.
Nah, you and I both know that's not worth anything.
No. Let me see it.
I'll give it.
And you said it in the palm of his hand, and it's like it fits neatly in his hand like his giant mitt.
Mhm.
And he looks at it and pokes one of the little.
Don't break it.
It looks like one of them.
What?
One of Ella's. Either you're telling the truth or you came across this through less than savory means. Either way, it's a pirate act if I've ever seen one. Interesting.
So would you call me a bona fide pirate?
Near enough.
So we can get right on a ship?
No.
Why not? Does that have to be a pirate?
Well, yes. But
Check.
under normal circumstances, the answer would be yes. Under current circumstances, answer's no.
Would
On
the
a-
current circumstances be?
It's not the only thing the breakwaters have been doing. Has been attacking our ships. They've gotten bold recently. I don't have evidence for it yet. But I'm embarrassed to say it. I've lost my navigator.
Did they steal it?
I don't know. Old Percy. Finest navigator on the seas. Clumsy, forgetful, a little bit stupid. But the finest navigator there ever was. Terrible drunkard.
Yeah, I remember seeing him a few
Kind
times.
of a jerk. Really good navigator. He's the only one of us that actually knows the route.
Dang it.
He went out drinking the other night with a couple of these lot. He points at some of the other pirates. You know how old Percy is. Always the last one to leave the bar. Except this time, he didn't come back. I suspect foul play, though I don't have anything to support it yet.
Have you asked those two yet? If they did anything?
Smacks one of them in the head. He's like, oh. Look, old Percy wanted to stay back.
Okay.
He's always the one that wants to close out the bar, right?
What time was this? What day?
Last night, 1 or 2. We were getting drinks, and old Percy, he was getting into it. You know how he gets, and we said, "Hey, Percy, it's late. Let's go." And he said, "No, not done yet." I said, "Percy, come on." He said, "No, got one more in me." We said, "Fine. We're going back to the ship."
And that was
So
it?
we left him there. And then Black Eye reached over, smacks him across the face, and he's like,
Is this
"Idiot."
true? Can I insight check on that?
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. Yeah.
Do you know if was it I'm forgetting the name right now of the barkeep right now, the current. What was the name?
Norma?
Norma. That was it. Was Norma here last night? Were they here?
Wasn't here. It was at another joint.
Where at?
Percy likes.
Bryce is making a big show of being an investigator right now.
Just like,
looks up at
tell me.
looks up at his mom to see if she notices.
I was about to ask what Judy was doing.
She's just got a smile on her face right now, just like shakes her head a little
That's
bit.
my boy.
Yeah. Black Eye said, "These fools say they went out to the Cloudy Ale."
Who was the bartender then?
I'm not sure. Hate that place. Rotten place. Too near the pillars for my like. And Bryce, roll me a history check real quick.
This one will go great. Nope, not one. Nope. Yep.
Like, with advantage because you are from the area.
Not 20.
Wow, we hit both ends of it. Look at that.
Runs the gamut.
Bryce, you know the pillars well. You know that you're not supposed to ever go anywhere near them. Or in the areas of the shanty where they're located. So the pillars, are giant support structures. These giant columns that extend from the back of the cove in the shanty, up into the top of the overhanging cliff. And they travel up through that, and they are what supports the reaches. The reaches, which based on what you've learned about the city in school and whatnot, were not always part of the city. They were built much later than the rest of the city. And they were built around the time, shortly after Port Tishon joined the Empire, as a sign of, quote-unquote, modernity and progress. The Emperor insisted on building something emblematic of the Empire in Port Tishon. However, the way that they went about constructing it, they built it with these heavy stone materials, these marbles, these other materials that were used in like Alavast that are built on a more rocky environment, which can naturally support it, whereas Port Tishon is built in this marshy land, this beach land. And they first constructed this area, and it slowly started to kind of just sink the rest of the city into the earth.
Like DC.
Yeah, or New York, right? Yeah. So they came back in, and they came into really any place in wetlands that we shouldn't have been building.
That man had the hubris to settle in.
But they came back in, and they built these giant support beams, these giant columns to buttress up against the higher layers to keep the city from descending any further. However, to do so, there were people living in the areas of the shanty where these columns were supposed to go. People's homes were there. People's businesses were there. People's livelihoods were there. And in order to build these pillars, parts of the city were forcibly evacuated on very short notice. Some parts didn't receive that notice, and some people refused to leave. And the people that were refused to leave, since this was all built in the overhanging portion, the part that the upper layer kind of hangs over a little bit. You're well aware of this, but you know that the upper layers route some of their sewage down through over top of this part of the city. And large portions of the city's sewage were redirected over these areas of the shanty, drowned out in this sewage. Parts of the locks were flooded through to redirect water into these districts to force people out of their homes so that they could build these pillars.
It's an allegory for urban renewal in America.
Yeah. Many people died. Many tried to stay behind, and there was never any official recognition, death toll. Those parts of the city were just kind of blocked off, and people don't go there anymore. People don't talk about it. Some say water is still standing in there, but you know that one of the many places that you were told as a kid, don't ever step foot near there. That is where the Cloudy Ale sits near.
Heard. Okay. Do you know why they were in a part of... I mean, no one really goes over there. Why were they over there?
Cheap drinks.
Yeah.
That checks out.
That does it.
They got it. I mean, damn them, but they've got a great happy hour.
Well, sounds like we know where we need to head off to next, I think.
Saoirse's still playing.
Yeah. Killing it.
So if we go and we find this navigator of yours, will you help us get to Captain Ella?
Aye. And if these breakwaters really are involved, hit him where it hurts.
Oh, you know I will.
If they've got anything that you can find, any dirt on them, anything at all, find it. Bring it back to me. Maybe there'll be a little reward in it for you.
I do like a little reward. Pirate treasure.
Pirate treasure indeed.
Yeah! All right, well...
Have the half-orc and I made any tips?
True.
Yeah. Roll one more performance check. We'll see how
Sure.
we'll see how this translates into gold. Okay, not bad.
6 plus 9.
15.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. We'll say in that case, you make about 15 gold.
All right,
Tips.
sure.
Because I
Made
rolled.
my money back from the
You know,
coffee.
for
Yeah.
for down in the shit.
Yeah, that's
pretty
actually
good.
quite a lot. for
That's a
down
lot
here.
of gold.
I'm not gonna take it. It's the half work, so I'm gonna say, or we could split it.
Yeah.
You
I
made a
s-
good penny.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Wow. I can get real drunk for that. Wow. Whoa.
Wow.
Here, I mean, take some of it. Like, we'll split it 50-50. I mean, I couldn't have made this without you. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
for sure. I honestly.
I'll take 7. You take 8. That's fine.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
You were here first.
Thanks.
It's your turf. Your
I mean,
circuit.
yeah. I mean, but if you ever want to come back and
Yeah.
tear it up again.
7 gold.
Before getting up from the table, though, I'm about to do like a scooch, but I'm gonna like quickly like look up at Judy and be like, I think that's all we have, right?
Yeah. You did good. You did good.
I told you I learned some things.
Yeah.
You got it all good.
Okay. How did you? So the voices you did before. How did you do that one? When you were doing Black Eye's voice like that.
Oh, I just know him well enough.
Wow. Okay. All right. You got a neck.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll do the weird thing. I'm gonna repeat back in her voice. Thanks.
Don't ever do that again.
Okay, I'm sorry. But off to
Yep.
we go into the cloudy
Cloudy.
ale.
Yeah.
Down the rest of my milk. Push it down. It was good seeing you again, Black Eye.
Aye, same to you. I hope I see you again soon with old Percy in tow. In one piece. Alive. I meant to say that. Alive.
Oh God, that always is a natural assumption on my part, but I can see why it's important.
Sometimes does not go without saying.
I can see that.
Aye. All right, I'll see you again soon.
Yes. We'll see you soon with some dirt on those breakwaters
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm talking about. All right, so you hit the streets again, and you make your way over to the Cloudy Ale. On your way, Judy looks at you and says, "All right, now I know I said never to go to this part of town. I'm only doing it this time because we're going together.
Okay.
But if you see anything dangerous, we gotta get out. We get out."
What can we see? Like can we at least have like a limit of dangers? Because I mean, it's probably just gonna be outright dangerous, a little bit. But like,
I mean, it's just it's a bar. You worked at one. You've been there. You can deal with that. That's not the part I'm worried about.
okay.
But I'm just saying, just keep on it.
I promise. Nothing too dangerous.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So you make your way there, and where the Krusty Barnacle had been made of like that kind of flotsam-esque like construction that was fitted together well, this is the opposite side of things where it is dilapidated, clearly constructed out of like cheap materials that they were able to just find around. Some probably reclaimed from the areas that were drowned for the pillars. It is poor quality, waterlogged, and barely holding up. But it is holding up.
It's a building still.
Yeah. And you walk in and you see a grouchy-looking half-elf with one eye sitting behind the bar. Pretty much empty in here right now. But, yeah. He looks up at you and he says, "What can I do for you?"
We're looking for someone. Kind of step forward. Don't know if anyone's following or not, but
Who might that be?
a navigator by the name Percy.
Don't know him. We want a drink.
I'll take a glass of your finest milk.
Don't have it.
You don't have
I got
Well, yeah, what do you got?
rum.
Can I do an
I'll-
insight check?
Yeah.
That he doesn't actually know the guy.
Absolutely.
14.
14. Surprisingly, hard to tell. He could be lying, but you don't know for certain.
Is there a chance I could also vibe check on it? Because I was just carrying on conversation.
Yeah, I'd say you could do it too if you wanted, since you were actively conversing with him.
14.
Same thing.
Right. What, ale and
Ale, rum. We got a house special.
I'll take the house special.
How much for information?
Depends on the information. What you want to know?
Oh, this is the way we're doing this. Oh, that's smart. We want to know about a navigator named Percy who was here last night. I'm gonna slide over 2 gold pieces.
We've done this before.
A lot of people were
That's
here
not
last
enough.
night. A lot of people were here last night. Might have been somebody named Percy. I don't know.
Anyone
Memory's starting to get a little bit clearer, though.
anyone who seems like a navigator? And I'm push forward 3 more gold pieces.
A navigator.
He was in with a group of Black Eyes pirates.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's coming back to me now.
I should have mentioned Black Eyes Pirates. Dang it.
Oh, it's coming back to me. Yeah. Heavy drinkers, them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good tippers, too. I remember him. Why?
Any idea where Percy went?
Percy. Maybe. Who's asking?
Black Eye himself. He sent us.
Roll a persuasion or an intimidation check, whichever one you want.
Ooh.
19 plus 6, 25.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Which one did you roll?
Persuasion.
Okay. Figured as much. I saw him. Yeah. Hard to miss him. Big old Luxodon like that. Stumbling on brew. Drunkest person you could imagine. Paid for all his drinks, though. Yeah. Came in with some of his buddies. His buddies left him. And a few of those breakwaters came in. Started talking to him. Took him out back. Weren't on my property.
Talking about what? What was that word?
I don't know. Just started talking to him.
Oh,
Could have been talking about anything.
Took him out back.
out back. Okay.
Could have been talking about anything at all.
Is the back not your property?
No. Property of the city. Not me.
I want to slide over 2 more gold pieces. It's, you sure you didn't hear any of that conversation?
Maybe I heard something. Maybe I overheard something real juicy.
What would it maybe take to get some of that juice? It's a 13-year-old boy doing this.
With his mom behind him.
Yeah.
No, but he thinks that was a really clever, I'm speaking in code right now. This is how these conversations go.
Yeah. So.
For the honor.
And I'll slide out 2 more gold pieces. So now
Alright,
there's
alright,
4 more.
alright. I don't want to develop a reputation. said something about going quietly, coming upstairs with him. Just wanted to talk.
So
They said.
Upstairs. This isn't a 2-story building, is it? Is there an upstairs? No. So they're talking about an upper level.
Mm-hmm. So when they took him outside, I heard a thump. That's where my part of the story ends.
Would you mind showing me where they went out back?
Gestures to a door to the side.
That's fair. I'll take that. Okay. I'll get my house special on the way back. I'm gonna walk towards that door.
Can you clarify? You said Luxodon?
Mhm.
That's the elephant one,
Yep.
right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Big boy.
Big boy. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna start making my way towards that door.
So you make your way towards the door. You
I'm gonna
open it
go
up.
as well.
Yeah, and it opens into like an alleyway that kind of stretches behind. There's trash and such and so forth back here. Not a great smell. What are you doing back here?
Well, I wanted to very specifically. I want to look for signs of struggle, and also, if they like dragged him off, if we can find any tracks. Is there a chance my passive investigation can come into play here at all, or not?
What's your passive investigation?
18.
18. That's pretty good.
I've always wondered what that does.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I know you asked me recently, and I started to answer. I'm like, I actually don't know exactly how to use passive investigation.
No podcast I've ever heard talks about the passive stats.
Because I feel like passive investigation would be like if you're trying to act against somebody actively trying to like hide something. So I think this would still need to be an active roll.
Okay.
So
I will.
especially Tradj, if you're helping, I'd say again both of you can roll, or one of you can roll with advantage.
What do you want it to be? You want to roll or me with advantage?
I think. Would it be perception?
This would be investigation.
Oh, okay. What is your investigation?
And you could roll perception
Plus
just to get a lay of the land if you wanted to.
Okay.
I'd like to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned, so what's behind here?
Sure.
I have advantage to perception as well.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll that then.
Got a 24 on my investigation.
Bryce, what do you see? What do you see with your eagle eyes?
Special eyes.
My brand.
20.
20? Okay.
19.
20, 19, and a lot.
24.
So all of you quickly assess the situation. You see we'll start with the perceptions.
Sure.
You see kind of a little bit of a dumping ground style kind of alley, like there is just trash kind of packed into one corner. You notice as you look at that trash, there is a relatively large impression in it, like somebody was shoved forcefully into it.
Yeah.
You see Bryce, as that's pointed out to you by Saoirse and Tradj. Bryce, you go over and take a closer look, and you can see just like a small few drops of blood that are just kind of on the garbage, and then a few that are dripped onto the ground. And then all three of you follow those drips, and you see careful but not well hidden footprints, and then a couple drag lines, like somebody was being dragged away out of this alley.
The trail.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I guess, do we want to just follow it? I feel a little bad leaving behind my house special. I don't really even know what that is.
I don't think you want that.
Are you sure?
No, I don't.
It's not like milk.
I don't think. No, I don't think I can let you drink that.
Okay.
Maybe when you're older.
Okay.
And
If
honestly,
you're sure.
yeah.
But sure. I mean, it sounded kind of nice. How
No.
special.
No.
Oh,
No.
you all are kind of agreeing on this.
Yeah. Honestly,
to
I'm
listen
starting
to
to
you.
trust you more the more that we kind of do this
It's
stuff
Yeah.
together. Yeah, you got a good head on your shoulders.
I thought Summer Saoirse wanted to party, man.
She kind of does, but also.
Not with a 13-year-old.
Party, yeah.
Come on.
Wine coolers.
No.
No, she was partying by jamming with that half orc.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just straight edge. So,
She kind of is.
I mean, hey, that is
Straight
punk.
edge is a kind of punk.
It is. It
Mhm.
is.
Okay, well, if y'all are sure he won't be upset, I mean, I kind of ordered it and everything.
I don't think he was actually gonna make it for you.
But... Oh. Well, that wasn't very nice. He doesn't deserve my money then.
Okay.
Honey, you already gave him a lot.
Yeah, you gave him a lot of money.
Where are you getting all this money from?
Well, I mean, so we got the Emperor gave us a lot of money, and then Tradj here gave me a lot of money. I've had a lot of
The
money.
Emperor gave you
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it on the way.
Okay. All right. I don't. Do I want to hear it?
I mean, I feel like it's an exciting story.
Okay.
Do I see any of like the pillars proper?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Where you are right now, like you can see one that's maybe like a quarter mile or a half mile away. It looks really close, even despite that though. But you also see as you walk out into the street, and you notice this on the way, like a couple, block or so away, you see just this kind of haphazardly built, but tall wall that has been constructed to kind of cordon off part of the city down here, and you put together that is the area that Bryce, you recalled, the area of town that was destroyed for the pillars. And you can see kind of centrally located past that barrier, right in the middle is one of those pillars.
And the pillars are made of.
Just stone.
Okay.
It's hard to get a clear look at them from here. You're far enough away that it just kind of looks a little bit uniform
Sure.
from the side, but it appears to be heavy stone in construction.
Okay. Cool. So we're still following the trail.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you follow the trail, and you're able to follow it straight up to a portion of the wall that blockades the pillar district. The portion that you see, there's not like a gate or a fence like to kind of like open and go through, but there are gaps in it, and you can see that the drag marks lead to one of these larger gaps.
It's gotta be a large gap.
Well, you notice that like actually roll an investigation check for me.
Me.
Or yeah, wait, who? You?
Anybody who wants to. I mean, you're all there.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nat 20.
Nice. Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do,
I
pig.
won't then.
So you can clearly see a portion of it where like some of these like planks that are forming the structure were pried off and then haphazardly kind of like smacked back in, or at least tried to be like pulled back in from the other side, and they're kind of like still kind of halfway in, halfway out. They didn't do a good job of covering their tracks here. But you see the drag marks go in, and then you lose them from there.
Is there like, I mean, you tell me as so like DM question. Is there like attempt another investigation roll to see if we can pick up the trail, or is it like that trail fully just it's done?
I mean, you'd have to cross over to keep following the trail.
Yeah, that's
well
what
then,
he's saying.
It goes past that fence, so if you wanted to try to follow
I
it
mean, we
further.
kind of need Percy.
Yeah, we need that. We need Percy.
The longer he's gone, the more we risk not being able to bring him back alive.
And Black Eye does want him back alive. That's true. That's true. We should go.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that's what you were doing.
Well, peek through the gap first.
And we'll get to what you see
Ooh.
next session.
Wow. Alright. Seedy underbelly stuff.
Yeah.
Love it. Seedy, nasty.
Yeah, we'll be back. I was going to say next week. We'll be back sometime soon. We'll be announcing the new time soon, the new day and time soon, probably in the next few days. So keep an eye out for that. Again, follow our socials, join our Discord. Join our Discord. We'll be posting the new date and time in the Discord. So if you want to know when we're going to be streaming coming up, that'll be the place to look.
Discord is the best place for news.
Yep, this cord, that cord, our cord. Go there. Yeah,
That
we'll
was
see you
powerful.
then. Thanks.
Thanks for
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.